Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
A lot of Kanoli's energy started to bounce back.
She has a lot of puppy moments, and she'll be 14 this summer.
What did these dog parents do for their dogs? They switched to Nature's Blend, a premium freeze-dried raw dog food made by Dr. Marty Goldstein, a veterinarian Forbes magazine called the Miracle Worker. It's the easiest way to support your dog's easy digestion, nourished skin, playful energy, and most importantly, their healthy, full life.
I'm so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free full-size bag of Tilly's Treasures dog treats. They're best-selling beef liver dog treats while supplies last. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or shop in over 2,000 stores nationwide. Use the store locator to find the store closest to you. All pets are unique. Your pet's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply. Studies available upon request.
For a limited time at Mattress Express, qualified buyers will get 60 months to pay on any purchase $1,500 or higher with no money down. That includes all brands of mattresses in the store and massage chairs. See store for details.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com, promo code CLAY.
Hi, this is Scott Hayes.
And this is Jill Hayes from New York Sash.
You know, honey, the first time you said, never let a window salesperson into your home, I thought you were nuts. But you were right.
Like there was really any doubt.
Seriously, so many people have told us how nice it is to shop in our beautiful showroom, where there's never any high pressure.
Yep, and it's even nicer when we can help people save.
Like right now, buy 2 New York Sash windows and get 1 free.
We get slow during the winter, and we need to stay busy, so you get the best deal we make all year. Buy 2 windows, get 1 free.
Buy 4, get 2 free.
Buy 6 windows, get 3 free. There's no end to the savings.
And there's no need to invite a pushy salesperson into your home. Instead, stop by the New York Sash Idea and Design Center, where you can browse at your convenience.
We're open Monday through Saturday on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
These savings are only available for a limited time, so come in today. And as always,
let our family take care of your family.
Hey trailblazing business owners, tired of blending into the background? It's time to turn up the volume and make your mark with a podcast that screams, "We're here, and we mean business." Podcast Plus gives your brand the opportunity to join the podcast revolution. It's time to show that you and your company are the experts by creating engaging content that captivates and entertains. Head to mynewpodcast.com and connect with experts to create a podcast that will allow you to connect with your audience on a personal level, so you can break through all the noise. Plus, we offer professional script writing, pre- and post-production, graphic design experts for a captivating page, and distribution on all major platforms. All this produced from our state-of-the-art studios. Sign up today at mynewpodcast.com, or for more information and to get a free consultation with a podcast expert, call 888-324-0035. That's 888-324-0035. Enhance your brand with your own podcast today and reach new clients 24/7. Call 888-324-0035. That's 888-324-0035. Or sign up now at mynewpodcast.com.
Ready for a smoother, safer ride? Look to Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Tallman's and their professional staff is there for answers, advice, and quality tires at a great price. And right now, Tallman's, when you purchase 4 Summit tires, you'll get installation, mounting, and balancing absolutely free. Summit tires are great quality and your best value in Central New York. And free installation when you purchase 4 tires is an amazing deal. Don't miss out. This offer ends January 31st, 2024. Visit Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair in Utica, Yorkville, Roman Herkimer, online at tallmanstire.com.
It's time to start the program. It's time to earn our pay. It's time to meet the people on the Keeler Show today. It's time to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen? Keeler's always in the know. It makes me want to call him and tell him where to go. And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started. It's time to get things started. On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Well, good morning. And it's another day from the basement.
Good morning.
Although it looks like things are beginning to cool off a bit. We're getting a little bit of snow. Is it snowing out there, Andrew?
It is in Marcy, yes.
Yeah, nice. I love the snow.
Well, I want the snow because, frankly, I've never wanted it more. And I've seen a lot of people talking about this who have dogs. They let them out in the backyard, and they come in, and it's 20 minutes of cleaning their paws off from all the mud.
I don't have a dog.
Well, I'm just saying, people who do, they can relate. If your wife let you out of the basement, if your wife let you...
concerned, Christmas, New Year's, it's over with, which means we can start moving towards spring and the Masters, my friend.
Oh, there you go.
And Valentine's Day.
And Valentine's Day, yes,
Yeah,
Davey.
of
And,
course.
this year, do you have someone special you're going to be focusing on?
No, you guys know that.
Okay, well, it seemed like you were big on Valentine's Day.
I know you seemed
so maybe
excited
that was
about it.
But you never know. There's a long time between now and the 14th of February. So
Valentine's Day is kind of special to me, not because of being in a relationship. It's my best friend's birthday that day.
it is.
Yes.
Is it Jim Rondinelli's birthday?
No, it's my friend Chris. He's been my best friend since we grown up. He's kind of slow, but he's the greatest friend ever. He does anything for me, and whenever he needs my help, I go down and help him. He is my best friend. We've been friends since childhood. So
I got to say that it's funny that you say that he's kind of slow. My wife describes me the same way.
Well, he has
you're kind of slow.
He has a learning
Going
disability.
out to do the project in the backyard, you're kind of slow. Shoveling. And I say, kind of slow, there's no snow. Don't even worry about it.
I didn't mean to say it like that. Kind of slow. He has a learning disability.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm sorry for what I'm sorry for what
Sounds
the way
like
I said it.
He's a great guy, and Valentine's Day must be very special for you. And as Davey, I got to say, you never cease to amaze me with stories after 10 years of being together, Davey, 11 years now. You always come up with a story that I've never heard before.
That's true. He's got a lot of them.
He really does, and I love that. Davey, how about a story, and I want your reaction. The NFL Pro Bowl, there's one player in particular, there are a few of them, but the one that we're paying attention to in particular who has been snubbed this year, and I'd like to know how it could happen. Josh Allen has been snubbed by the Pro Bowl.
Get out.
Yeah, they picked Tua Tagovailoa as the starter and a couple other NFC people. Josh Allen, only two Bills got it.
Use it as fuel for this Sunday.
Yeah.
Show who the real pro is.
Pittsburgh Steelers will win, and so will Jacksonville, so the Bills must win on Sunday night, and they will win easily. Why? Because Miami is so hurt with injuries, and they are. Two of their best defensive players are out. Number 2 receiver is out. Their running back is out. Tyreek Hill's mansion in Miami burned down yesterday. Buffalo will win this game 27-10, and Miami is not that good anyway, according to Richard this morning.
Yeah, well, Richard's the expert on everything, so.
Yeah, I take you, Richard, on that one. Very good, very good.
He's right when he's right, and he's wrong when he's wrong.
That I want to get into some good, and maybe we can get Ben on Ben the farmer on to explain what this is. But it's coming to upstate New York. The 2024 North American Manure Expo is going to be hitting Central New York for the first time.
God. Oh,
I've
boy.
always known we're full of manure.
Yeah, I agree.
But not realizing that there was actually a festival about this, or an expo. The North American Manure Expo is coming to Central New York for the first time. It'll be July 17th through the 18th at the Cayuga County town of Springport. According to an official announcement, the event will be co-hosted by Cornell University and their pro-dairy program, the University of Vermont Extension Northwest Crops and Soils program. That's where we get into it, right? Soils program.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that they actually look for the best manure, the most effective manure that will produce more for the breadbasket of America, I guess. Manure Expo coming to upstate New York. So there you go.
Is that one of the things where you draw the short straw on that? Like where basically it says, all right, who's going to get it this year? Please not us. Please not us. Please not. Oh, we got it.
I mean, enter all the jokes, right? If that's your, this wonderful little town of, what was it, Springport?
Yeah.
Or whatever. They have drawn the short straw. You're right. Can you just imagine?
It's going to be a smellfully good time.
I guess. All right, let's talk about these storms that we're hearing about this weekend. Yes, things are going to begin to get a little bit colder, and now they're saying that there is a storm coming across the U.S., coming from the Pacific. It's going to make its way all the way over, right to the point where it gets to the East Coast. What happens next will be very important, but it's expected to then take a trip up to the north, coming up the coast. Depending on how far east it goes, will determine how much snow we actually get. Right now, the National Weather Service is saying, and it's still even here on Thursday, because this won't happen until Saturday night, Sunday. Right now, they're saying that we might be looking at, for us in upstate New York, right around the Thruway area, going along the Thruway, that we might be looking at maybe a couple of inches of snow out of this. However, the Hudson Valley and the Albany area, and then, of course, New England expected to get hit pretty hard with the potential for significant snow. Even New York City could get significant snow. Is that what we're hearing so far?
Yeah, I think so, but that won't stop everybody here from overreacting. I'll tell you that.
I am already seeing that. Like it becomes kind of clickbait, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Get the bread and milk. Honest, something big could happen. It could turn where we end up getting more than what is currently being predicted. But right now, it is not. It's seemingly going to be basically a non-event for us. While we'll get a little something, it's going to be a non-event. Now, they're saying that on the backside of this, that there will be back-to-back storms for upstate New York. So we'll be hit, they say, on a Saturday night into Sunday. And when I say hit, it could mean just a dusting to 2 inches of snow unless things change. But then the East Coast will be hit again, they say, on Tuesday into Wednesday, and a significant amount of snowfall could come there. However, they're saying that because temperatures seem to be looking like they'll be moving upwards above freezing, this could be an all-heavy rain event or a big event when it comes to freezing rain and sleet and freezing rain, that sort of thing. So beware, some inclement weather coming potentially this weekend and then into Tuesday and Wednesday. So for an area, Andrew, that has no snow, maybe we're about to change that.
Well, we'll see about that, but I'm not going to count on it.
No, your dog's going to continue to come in muddy.
Yeah, muddy and disgusting.
Yeah,
That's right.
Terrible. Yeah. Like, we're all here really saying, you know what, bring on the snow, bring on the shoveling, because Andrew and many dog owners out there have a muddy situation with their dog paws.
Oh, it's brutal. What I was going to say is when your wife lets you out of the basement to use the bathroom, she's probably dealing with the same thing.
Could very well be true. And maybe today is the day I come out of the basement. Boy, I hope so. Okay, the United Indian Nation. What do we know about this? Has opened its first cannabis dispensary.
Yeah.
In fact, it's the first cannabis dispensary in this region, in our region, and they are open as of yesterday. What do we know?
Well, we know that Joel talked to us about it. Joel Barkin talked to us about this a few months ago, maybe, or last month. I don't know. Every time runs together. But basically, this will be the first of many properties in the nation that will be available, and is going to lead to a lot of job opportunities. So it's right across from the Turning Stone Main Resort campus over by, I think the recovery room there, or recovery?
Yeah, over there. And they've been they've actually been, as far as I know, they've been growing since the fall. This has been really underway, and just now the dispensary is actually opening up. And Joel Barkin says this will be completely different than anything you might have seen, even if you went to maybe Massachusetts or even Colorado.
Yeah, so somebody just messaging in, Mark, saying, long lines, I went, didn't wait. So I guess there was a lot of people there for the grand opening there. But the problem was they were moving so slowly. They were moving so...
Okay, let's see. What else? This story I thought was very interesting, and maybe Davey knows something about it. Maybe you do, Andrew. They're saying now that a 13-year-old boy, I believe it's a boy, a 13-year-old is believed to be the first person ever to beat what? Do you know what the answer is? Have you seen the story?
Tetris.
Yeah, Davey, you're absolutely right.
Oh, that's right. I saw that I saw that the other day.
A 13-year-old Oklahoma boy is believed to be the first person ever to beat Tetris since the game's release more than 30 years ago. Previously, only bots powered by artificial intelligence had forced the game, popularized by Nintendo and Game Boy, to its kill screen, where its signature blocks are falling so fast that the game itself cannot continue. In a video documenting his feat, which has been posted on Tuesday, the teenager known as Blue Scooty, S-C-U-T-I, online and by his legal name, Willis Gibson, plays for roughly 38 minutes, reaches level 157 before saying, "Oh, I missed it," believing that a misplaced block scuttled his attempt when in reality it crashed and he actually beat the game. His score read 999,999. Oh my God, he says, I think I beat the game.
Wow. I saw that video. I mean, even getting to a few levels in, if you've ever played it, those blocks start to fall and, you don't even have time to see what shape it is, let alone make any movements to try to fit it in place.
Yeah.
So
Here's some audio on the whole deal. I believe some audio. Let's see. Let's try this.
Oh my God! Oh, yes! I can't feel my fingers. If you set your mind to something and you put work into it, most likely you will get it if you try hard enough.
Well, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to set my mind to getting out of the basement. That'll
there
be my
you go.
goal for the day.
Yeah.
What else here?
I thought you said you were going to...
Today is National Spaghetti Day, And today is actually also, and we'll celebrate this ourselves with Hobica this morning. Today is National Trivia Day.
All righty, there you go. Give away some money.
And there was one more that I wanted to squeeze in here that I thought was interesting. Did you see the Epstein list came out, Andrew?
Oh, I didn't see that. Where can I find that?
It's all over the place. Just go online and you will see it. The list is out. I don't think they've necessarily placed a list out there, but their names are being included.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Clinton, of course, is one name that has been included in this. In fact, one of the victims in court documents, it says one of the victims was told by Epstein, Bill Clinton likes them young. That's very creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Donald Trump is listed on there, which has Marjorie Taylor Greene going nuts. It must be a conspiracy. His name is listed. Now, in this case, both Clinton and Trump, for both of them, there is no evidence that either one of them actually apparently went on to the island. They claim that they may have had a rendezvous at some point or met up as friends, or possibly Clinton hitched a ride. Both of them saying nothing happened here. Either way, their names are both included, and so is the prince there, Prince
Andrew, yeah. Or no, Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew there's a weird story that came out of this with him. Apparently, one of the victims says that he actually assaulted her by grabbing her breasts using a puppet. There is a Puppeteers television program that airs in Great Britain, and it's about the royal family. And one of the puppets is this distorted, weird-looking puppet that is Prince Andrew. They have all the royalty, all the royal family. And when you look at the actual lineup of the puppets, one is missing, and it's Prince Andrew that's missing because they say Giselle actually purchased that puppet for Prince Andrew. He has it in his possession, and he actually uses it for sexual purposes.
Oh, boy.
Talk about creepiness. He's the one that is, he's been more than named in this. They're naming him as one that actually was with one of the underage females. And you kind of wonder about anybody that's named, about what the story really is. Chances are we're never going to hear, but that creepy story is out there. And last night on Wheel of Fortune, a woman had the entire puzzle exposed. So all she had to do was announce it, but she mispronounced the word congenial and lost to the next player. Here's Pat Sajak breaking the bad news to her.
Shauna, would you read what's up there, please?
Conjugal company in clever conversation.
No. Steve. Congenial company and clever conversation.
Yeah, we need to kind of have a coined word there you had. I'm sorry.
What I love is when he announces congenial, he says it in a way that's almost snickering a little bit. Like as if, wow, you stupid idiot. I knew the answer, and here it is. But how, imagine knowing the answer, getting the answer, but not being able to pronounce it, and losing because of it.
I know. Well, it's, Wheel of Fortune, not my favorite show, to be honest.
Okay, all right.
And Pat Sajak's leaving, right?
I really hate it once Pat Sajak leaves, because that's coming later.
Yeah, and it's going to be Seacrest
year, I believe. All right, let me break. Andrew will update the news here. We have a bunch to get to. It is it's a Thursday morning, and it involves a little COVID, a little basement, a little studio, a little Davy, a little Valentine's Day, and a little trivia, because today is National Trivia Day, with Hobica's free money question of the day, which we'll do in the 7:30 spot, about 7:35 this morning. So stand by for all of that. We'll come right back with a news update on WIBX.
For a limited time at Mattress Express, qualified buyers will get 60 months to pay on any purchase $1,500 or higher with no money down. That includes all brands of mattresses in the store and massage chairs. See store for details.
Do you miss the simplicity and reliability of a landline? With a landline service, conversations were never cut off because your internet stopped working.
Your grandkids couldn't lose your home phone on some playground.
Now landlines are back and better than ever with Community Phone. Community Phone offers home phone service starting at just $39 a month. And today, get 50% off your first month when you call 1-866-516-9023. With Community Phone, there are no contracts, no internet needed, no complicated wiring. A classic landline, but with the latest upgrades like caller ID, voicemail, spam call blocking, unlimited nationwide calls, and more. And the phone works even if the power goes out. You can even keep your own phone number or get a new one. You can set up your home phone service with Community Phone in 30 seconds, all by yourself. Today, get 50% off your first month when you call 1-866-516-9023. Call 1-866-516-9023 today to get 50% off. 1-866-516-9023.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
At Mattress Express, get a queen flex head bed with adjustable base and a set of sheets for $14.99. Qualified buyers get no money down and up to 60 months to pay. A flex head bed is where each head goes up and down independently, but it's still one solid mattress. See store for details.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 6:39. I'm Andrew Dominio. Right now we're at 32 degrees with a few snow flurries. Your full weather forecast is coming up. A two-vehicle collision in Kirkland resulted in 3 individuals being transported to the hospital. The accident happened around 2:30 yesterday at the intersection of Utica Street and Robinson Road. Currently, there's no word on who is at fault. Traffic was slowed for a time, with the wreckage being cleared soon after around 3 p.m. More details will be available as we receive them. State police have released new information on the death of an Oswego County woman. Troopers say the body of 21-year-old Jordan Novak was found back on December 29th in Black Creek, which is located in the town of Mexico. An autopsy determined Novak was not the victim of a homicide. Officials are still waiting for results of toxicology tests to find out just what caused Novak to pass away. Starting today, a mask mandate will be going into effect for all Mohawk Valley Health System patients and staff. The mandate is due to the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the area. Visitors must also mask up when seeing people at places such as Wynn Hospital and the Center for Rehabilitation and Continuing Care Services. There's no word just how long this mandate will be in place. And Governor Hochul has unveiled a new proposal to help boost reading proficiency in schools in New York State. The Back to Basics plan is part of her upcoming State of the State address that she'll be giving next week. It calls for students to be taught the foundational tools they need to improve their reading skills. The governor says that reading is the foundation of the education system, but New York is not meeting basic reading proficiency levels. She believes that needs to change before kids fall further behind. WIBX 950 News Time 641. Your weather forecast is according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, blustery as snow showers and embedded snow squalls taper to scattered light flurries by midday. An additional inch early, then gradual clearing by afternoon. Temperatures dropping into the middle to upper 20s in the afternoon, wind chills in the teens. Tonight, clear, cold, low of 12. And tomorrow, mixed sunshine and clouds, but chilly, a high near 32. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
32 degrees with snow flurries at 6:42.
For a limited time at Mattress Express, qualified buyers will get 60 months to pay on any purchase $1,500 or higher with no money down. That includes all brands of mattresses in the store and massage chairs. See store for details.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. This holiday season, make your home shine with elegance from Adirondack Home Furniture. Wrap yourself in comfort and create warm holiday memories with family and friends on one of their beautiful sofas or sectionals handcrafted for togetherness. When it's time to eat, Adirondack Home Furniture's dining collection will be the centerpiece of your holiday feast. Celebrate a peaceful escape this year when you gift yourself an Adirondack Home Furniture bedroom transformation from the ordinary to a sanctuary of serenity and relaxation. Handcrafted perfection. Experience the magic of the season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Visit them today and let them help you create a home that's a reflection of your impeccable taste at Adirondack Home Furniture. Horatio Street in Utica at the former Riverside Mall. Browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com. Happy holidays from Adirondack Home Furniture, where quality is not expensive, it's priceless.
Hey, Jen. OMG, look how busy it is in here. How'd you get all these customers?
Yeah, this month has been a record breaker for us. For a long time, we had decent business coming in from word of mouth, but we weren't growing. Lately, though, a lot of new folks have been finding us online, and that's made all the difference.
That's terrific. I wish I could figure out how to do that for my shop, but I have no idea where to start.
Just do what I did. It's not as hard as you'd think. Go to mylocalcustomers.com to see exactly how many searches there are for businesses like yours.
Okay, then what?
If you see that there are a good number of clients searching in our area, you'll also get some suggestions for the best way to get their attention.
Do you think there are a lot of people searching for my business?
There's only one way to find out. Go to mylocalcustomers.com. It's quick, easy, and free.
Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free local customer analysis that will show you how many customers are searching online for your type of business. It's quick, easy, and free. Visit mylocalcustomers.com. That's mylocalcustomers.com.
Why get an updated COVID vaccine? If you're 65 or older, a COVID vaccine can keep you out of the hospital. And if you have heart disease, a COVID vaccine can help you stay healthy. With COPD or other lung diseases, getting a COVID vaccine can keep you off a ventilator. Anyone can get severely ill from COVID. But some people are more at risk. Know your risk and make sure you're up to date on your COVID vaccine. A message from the New York State Health Department.
Don't be left out in the cold before the holiday. Call Tri-County Heating and Air Conditioning for your free furnace estimate. Smart folks choose Rude Energy efficient heating equipment for their home. Call Tri-County Heating and Air Conditioning at 315-829-4100 or visit their website at tri-countyheating.com. Turn that thermostat down with your Rude high-efficiency furnace and stay warm this winter. From their family to yours. Wishing you a very happy holidays.
Oneida County Office of Continuing Care has immediate openings for program nurses, starting at over $55,000. Nurses work a 35-hour week conducting patient screenings and home health assessments. Join our team and make a difference. Apply today at OneidaCountyJobs.com. That's OneidaCountyJobs.com.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The holiday season should remind us that faith and family are the most important things in life. And we hope that you succeed in coming together this holiday season with those you love and in the process creating some generational memories. Holidays have this magical power to magnify small things to ever greater memories over time. What a return on investment. Happy holidays.
518-554-0000. 100 Great Oaks Boulevard, Suite 110, Albany, New York, 12203. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Uncertainty, the unknown. These can be some of the greatest fears people face. There is a chance for a life of greater certainty that the Rome Rescue Mission provides. We call it a hand up, not a handout. The Rome Rescue Mission provides the basic necessities and the skills needed to start a new life. It starts simply with someone to talk to. Knowing that someone cares. The Rome Rescue Mission strives to meet basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing, but more importantly, provides emotional and spiritual support. The Rome Rescue Mission helps people start a new and promising life. Being in need is not a choice. Helping is. An unlimited future starts at the Rome Rescue Mission through your generous support. Make a difference and donate now. RomeMission.org. That's RomeMission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
You've heard the buzz about IT jobs in cybersecurity and AI, right? Why not prepare for a career in these fields and take advantage of the high demand? You could enjoy a more rewarding and recession-resistant lifestyle. Train in just a few short months at My Computer Career. Are you a veteran, active duty military, or already in IT? Skill up for positions employers need to fill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
She's running around, her breath doesn't smell, her digestive system is perfect. It has made such a huge difference.
What did this dog parent do for their dog? She switched to Nature's Blend, a premium freeze-dried raw dog food made by Dr. Marty Goldstein, a veterinarian Forbes magazine called the Miracle Worker. It's the easiest way to support your dog's easy digestion, nourished skin, playful energy, and most importantly, their healthy, full life.
I'm so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free full-sized bag of Tilly's Treasures dog treats. They're best-selling beef liver dog treats while supplies last. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or shop in over 2,000 stores nationwide. Use the store locator to find the store closest to you. All pets are unique. Your pet's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply. Studies available upon request.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
And it is a good morning, and it is a, where are we at, 11 before 7 o'clock coming up. We'll talk to Tanya J. Powers from Fox News. What's the topic this morning with Tanya, Andrew?
Well, actually, one that's close to you, that is going to be CDC, COVID, flu, and RSV cases likely to peak post-holidays.
Oh, this is all made up.
Yeah, right. There's no truth to that.
I did have somebody, I swear to God, was like, come on, admit, you're not really sick.
So what did you just enjoy?
I'm like, yeah, you're right. I faked the whole thing. I faked it all. And you know what's kind of interesting is, and to be honest with you, for me, the biggest problem out of COVID. So this is my, believe it or not, and I've been vaccinated, although I'm not vaccinated this time around. The biggest problem for me, the first time, high temperature. At one point, my oxygen level dipped down into the 80s, which they say if that happens, that's when you have to go to the hospital. But then it came back up, and I did my little breathing exercises and all that, and I made my way through it. This will be Tanya. Tanya, I'll be right. I will be right with you. And then each and every time after that, the biggest problem with COVID for me has been the fatigue. Like, you just get to a certain point where if you don't lay down, you cannot. There's nothing you can do. And to be honest with you, after the show yesterday, I completely felt that. I laid down and I ended up sleeping for almost all of the day yesterday. I just could not get out of bed. Then when I got up, I still felt tired. So that's for me, that has been the big COVID thing for me. And of course, you get cold symptoms with it and everything else. But and here's the other thing: when you look at the numbers from Dr. Hall, so when someone says to you, "This is no different than the flu," okay. Well, if you look at the numbers from the hospital, people who are in ICU or in the hospital because of COVID, in Utica's numbers, and it's been consistent since this whole thing started. 35 people as of 2 days ago were in the hospital in Utica with COVID. 9 were in the hospital with with the flu and 9 with RSV. So that number, it's just more contagious. Am I correct, or am I out on a... I should be an expert at this point.
I think so.
Okay. Let me bring in Tanya J. Powers from Fox News. Tanya, I don't know if you heard any of that, but what is your take if you did?
I did, and I think if anybody is probably more of an expert among us, it would definitely be you at this point.
Yeah,
because,
thank you for that.
Unfortunately, you've dealt with this way more than a lot of folks I know.
And I don't know why either. I don't understand why that is, but because I tend to be very careful. But anyway, it is what it is.
Well, the data from the CDC right now, if you look at the map, and we're just going to start with respiratory illness in general, not just COVID. But you've got, of course, it's cold and flu season. It is, there's obviously, it's going to be COVID cases. There's going to be RSV cases. That is what we're looking at kind of in a combined thing when I talk about the map that I'm about to talk about.
Okay.
If you look on the CDC's respiratory illness dashboard, they have a map showing the U.S. and the activity levels of respiratory illness. It's important to note this data comes from right before the holidays. Regular updates are going to resume on Friday to this map. So tomorrow we'll have a new map. But for right now, this data, I think, comes at the end. The end date was the 23rd of December. So it doesn't get it doesn't have yet all of the Christmas and New Year's activity, or uptick in cases that, at least the uptick that's maybe expected in cases. Let me put it that way. Right now, it looks like the southern states are, and of course California, there's some kind of the lower half of the U.S. A lot of that is either purple or red or maroon. That is in the very high category when you look at this map. New York is still in the high to moderate category. It looks like we're on the lower end of the high category with the number of cases that we have here in the state. And again, you're talking about an uptick in emergency department visits for respiratory illnesses, viral respiratory illnesses. If you look at, like I said, that data ends on the 23rd of December. Between about the 25th of November and that end date of the 23rd, there's a graph, and the emergency room visits just goes way up. Kind of skyrockets at that point, up. It was a very, very fast sort of thing. And that's, combined cases. It looks like the flu was probably the majority of that. COVID also. RSV is kind of, in third place as far as the amount of, things sending folks to the emergency room. If you also look over at the COVID hospitalizations information, the test positivity, I think overall, in the past week was 12.7%. The COVID numbers, there's a million ways to break those down that the CDC has. They still have their COVID data tracker up. So you can actually look at that. But it looks like the COVID hospital admissions, the 14 days prior to now was about an 8% hike in COVID hospital admissions. The majority of those are going to be people 70 and up.
Yeah, they have an issue. Yeah. 60, 69, all ages, still kind of, sort of maintaining, where they've been. Not a huge rise, but that older demographic, it just went way up. It's been up farther than the rest of those groups anyway, but that's the one that we've seen, I think, the most of an uptick in. And again, you've got RSV, you've got COVID, and the flu right now. So there's all kinds of different respiratory illnesses to watch out for. Yeah, and I have to say, my wife being an elementary school teacher, boy, you're just walking into a petri dish every single day. And teachers, especially elementary teachers, like this all over the country, which certainly allows for the spread. Our doctor yesterday told us that one of the things that's interesting about the COVID numbers is it's usually a lagging number. So you start with people that end up in the hospital, and when you get that first spike, it's going to go up even higher because it's a lagging number. People get sick, And then it takes them a while to have to be in a position where they need to be hospitalized. So it is quite interesting.
Just really quickly, I want to remind everybody that if you go to covid.gov, you can now again order the free at-home COVID-19 tests. If that's something that you want to keep on hand, they're doing that again as of November the 20th. They started that again, where if you go to covid.gov, right there on the front page, it'll say, get your free at-home COVID test, and it sends you to the post office link where they'll ship them to you. You can get 4 for
the household.
There. So,
per person. Okay, good stuff there, Tanya. Thank you. I hope to be out of the basement tomorrow morning. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, thanks so much. Have a great day. Tanya J. Powers from Fox News. So, although I will say, Andrew and Davey, I would imagine you'd be like, if you're feeling on the fence, stay in the basement tomorrow and take the weekend and come back fresh on Monday.
Yeah, you've gotten comfortable down there, right?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable. Let's see some comments here this morning before we break. Dawn, I can hardly hear Bill. Can you pull up the volume? Well, listen, I'm coming from my basement. It's going to take a while to get there. I think the audio's there now, though, right?
Yeah, because Lance and Lee had a similar comment. Oh, boy, I can hear myself a little bit there. Lance and Lee had a similar comment, and he said it's all good now. So he also commenting.
John from Bridgewater says, nice. Cow patty cookies and cakes. Wow. Oh, we're talking about the Manure Festival that's coming to, or Expo that's coming to upstate New York. Lance and Lee says, let me get his full comment here. By the way, I have this somewhere too. Let me bring this up first. The Sentinel has announced on X or Twitter. I don't know why it's called X. We all call it Twitter anyway.
Yeah.
And then it's not like we send an X, right? You send a tweet.
Right.
This is the dumbest move. I think he just changed it because he wanted to and because he could. Dumbest change ever.
Well, and we're talking about it.
My winner for 2023, the dumbest name change ever.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
anyway,
and we're talking
about it. The
Daily
Daily Sentinel has been designated as Utica's official newspaper nearly 2 years after expanding their coverage into the city and across the Mohawk Valley. What a big deal for the Sentinel. What a blow, Andrew, to the Observer-Dispatch.
Finally, hopefully, they'll get you finally canceled now. Who knows?
No, I'm still getting the paper every Saturday. I still get the paper in the mail. All right, and then Mike this morning says on COVID, you've had to deal with COVID far more than normal people, but then again, you are a bit abnormal. So, Mike, thank you for that. I think you're absolutely correct, and, maybe I take pride in that. All right, we have a lot to get to. Griffo with an opponent? ? Coming up at WIBX.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square Media.
They are not accused of any wrongdoing. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, but they are named in newly released court documents in a case related to wealthy financier turned sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The names include Prince Andrew, David Copperfield, and former presidents Trump and Clinton.
In the deposition, one victim was also asked, did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? She answered, quote, he said one time that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. Now, Clinton appears over 70 times in the first release of documents. And in a deposition, another Epstein victim, Virginia Joffrey, said Maxwell told her that she and Clinton flew in a helicopter to Epstein's private island. He's previously said he has never visited Epstein's homes and had no knowledge of his crimes.
That's Fox's Brooks saying when Epstein committed suicide before he could go on trial for sex trafficking minor girls. There's been an airstrike in Iraq killing a high-ranking commander of Iran-backed militia. No comment from the U.S., but there have been American retaliatory strikes to the more than 100 attacks aimed at U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria in recent months. The U.S. is issuing what it calls a final warning to Iran-backed Houthi rebels to stop attacking oil tankers and cargo ships in and around the Red Sea. Republican Congressman Corey Mills tells Fox.
The incident that is occurring with this attempt to block commerce or to disrupt commerce is really part of the bigger geopolitical plan by the China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea alignment.
Drama in court in Nevada as a judge sentenced a man for battery denying him probation.
I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because...
But Deobra Redden did not like hearing that.
Hey.
He lunged over the bench and tackled the judge, attacking her, and then court officers rushed to help her.
Both the Clark County District Court Judge Mary Kay Holthus and a marshal were hurt during the attack. The marshal was hospitalized and listed in stable condition. The judge didn't need to go to the hospital to seek medical care. Fortunately, she's okay.
Fox's Christina Coleman. America's listening to Fox News.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
Traveling for the holidays? Well, Pure Talk has you covered because they just added international roaming to over 30 countries. And here's the best part, there's no rate increase at all. Now, Pure Talk still saves the average family almost $1,000 a year with talk and text and data plans starting at just $20 a month. Now, from your cell phone, just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now, make the switch, and do it now. You'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Pound 250, keyword save now, and start saving on your wireless right now.
Good morning. WIBX 950 News Time at 7:03. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now we're at 32 degrees under cloudy skies, a bit of flurries in the area, some haze, all that stuff. We'll get your full forecast in minutes. Starting today, a mask mandate will be going into effect for all Mohawk Valley Health System patients and staff. The mandate is due to the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the area. Visitors must also mask up when seeing people at places such as Wynn Hospital and the Center for Rehabilitation and Continuing Care Services. There's no word just how long this mandate will be in place. Governor Hochul has unveiled a new proposal to help boost reading proficiency in schools in New York State. The Back to Basics plan is part of her upcoming State of the State address that she'll be giving next week. It calls for students to be taught the foundational tools they need to improve their reading skills. The governor says that reading is the foundation of the education system, but New York isn't meeting basic reading proficiency levels. She believes that needs to change before kids fall further behind. State police have released new information on the death of an Oswego County woman. Troopers say the body of 21-year-old Jordan Novak was found back on December 29th in Black Creek, which is located in the town of Mexico. An autopsy determined Novak was not the victim of a homicide. Officials are still waiting for results of toxicology tests to find out just what caused Novak to pass away. A two-vehicle collision in Kirkland resulted in 3 individuals being transported to the hospital. The accident happened around 2:30 p.m. Wednesday at the intersection of Utica Street and Robinson Road. Currently, there is no word on who is at fault. Traffic was slowed for a time, with the wreckage cleared soon after at around 3 p.m. And the New York State Department of Labor is reminding people 1099-G forms will automatically be mailed out this year. In the past, residents have been able to opt out of getting those forms in the mail, but that's no longer the case. A 1099-G documents the total amount of money a person received in benefits from the Labor Department during the year, as well as any adjustments made to those benefits. The forms are expected to arrive in mailboxes by the end of the month. WIBX 950 News Time 7:05. Your weather forecast is according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, blustery as snow showers and embedded snow squalls taper to scattered light flurries by midday. An additional inch early, then gradual clearing by afternoon. Temperatures dropping into the middle to upper 20s in the afternoon, wind chills in the teens. Tonight, clear, cold, low of 12. And tomorrow, mixed sunshine and clouds, but chilly, a high near 32. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
We're hanging right around freezing, 32 degrees with some haze at 7:06. Buffalo Bills head coach Sean McDermott says it's likely that quarterback Josh Allen will be able to play this weekend. Allen has been dealing with neck soreness after suffering a stinger in Buffalo's win over the Patriots Sunday. The Bills will take on the Miami Dolphins this Sunday, and the winner will clinch the AFC East. Buffalo has beaten Miami in 10 of the last 11 games where the two teams have faced off, and I think the extra fuel, Smitty, will be Tua Tagovailoa being selected for the Pro Bowl and Josh Allen getting the snub. Speaking of the Pro Bowl, the complete rosters for the 2024 Pro Bowl games have been announced, and the San Francisco 49ers lead the way with 9 selections. The Baltimore Ravens and Dallas Cowboys are tied for the second most Pro Bowl selections with 7 apiece. And this year's edition of the Pro Bowl is a week-long celebration of player skills featuring an exciting new format that spotlights flag football at Camping World Stadium in Orlando. Wah, 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 wah. Not always the most popular thing for NFL fans. Authorities are trying to figure out how a fire started at the Broward County mansion of Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill. Firefighters were battling heavy smoke and flames from inside the multi-million-dollar Southwest Ranch's home Wednesday afternoon. Hill was at football practice at the time of the incident, but left early to be with family. The franchise says everyone was able to safely get out of the house. Fire responders have not explained the extent of the damage. And this is big for some teams. A few NFL teams are planning on resting their starting quarterbacks for the last week of the regular season. Baltimore's Tyler Huntley is set to fill in for Lamar Jackson. Kansas City backup Blaine Gabbert will start for Patrick Mahomes. San Francisco's Sam Darnold will start in place of Brock Purdy. Jeff Driscoll starts for Joe Flacco in Cleveland, and Carson Wentz will start in place of Matthew Stafford for the Los Angeles Rams, all who have clinched playoff berths, of course. The Ravens and 49ers have already locked up the number 1 seed in their respective conferences, while the Chiefs, Browns, and Rams have all clinched their spot in the postseason. I just said that. Thanks, Sports Copy. And a key player on the Green Bay Packers is commenting on his recent suspension. It wouldn't be a Packers end-of-season / off-season without a little drama. Jair Alexander told the media Wednesday that he was, quote, surprised the team sidelined him for last weekend's win over the Minnesota Vikings. Head coach Matt LaFleur said the cornerback anointed himself as a captain and nearly botched the opening coin toss 2 weeks ago against the Panthers. The Packers are currently in a wild card spot at 8-8 and will host the Bears in the regular season finale on Sunday in order for them to possibly make the playoffs. And if Jordan Love is able to make the playoffs in his first season, that's really promising for Packers fans such as myself. 8-8 is not the record that I would have expected at this time last year for the young Jordan Love. So definitely exciting time. And season finales are always exciting, especially when there's so much on the line. Dolphins and Bills are going to be that big one on Sunday Night Football. WIBX 950 News.
I wonder, and maybe Davey agrees with me on this, I kind of wonder if Josh Allen is, like, offended that he has not made the Pro Bowl team, the Pro Bowl list. Maybe he's offended, but relieved. Like, who wants to be a part of that debacle?
Yeah, I'm going to be in the Super Bowl. I don't want to be at the Pro Bowl. I'm going to be at the Super Bowl.
Right? But even if you don't make the Super Bowl, do you want to go to this game? This I think it's flag football this year. It's not even tackle football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's coached by Peyton and Eli.
Yeah, I would not want to be a part of it at all. I would be like, yeah, I can't believe you didn't accept me. And then, secretly behind closed doors, I'm high-fiving everybody.
Yeah, and it's in Orlando, right? So, I mean, Orlando's nice for one thing, like Disney and all the amusement parks and stuff like that. But other than that, it's the middle of the state. So it's not like it's in Miami where there's nice beaches or, even Tampa or some other area that's kind of tropical in nature. It's in Orlando.
I mentioned a comment from Lance and Lee. I watched the first Utica Council meeting last night. Any vote that had to do with Katie Aiello, naturally, Samantha voted against. The posting of the bar fight video on YouTube must still be affecting her judgment. Do we have Samantha coming up, or was it yesterday? No, that was like a month ago. I was looking at an old sheet, right?
No, you were. That's the funny thing is maybe we had some duplicate duplicate guests because Samantha did intend to join us yesterday, but I spoke to her yesterday afternoon, and her voice was still practically gone.
Okay.
So
what did she have? Did she have COVID or something?
I don't know if it was just COVID or she lost her voice, laryngitis. I don't want to surmise, but
can I just say, not to interrupt, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Can I just say, not really. Can I just say, please stop with you're hacking up a lung, your nose is running, you're sneezing, you're coughing, and then you look to the person next to you and say, don't worry, it's not COVID. People need to stop that crap.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, it's not COVID. Oh, it's just RSV, flu, cold,
Or
whatever else.
Or whatever it is that you have. I wouldn't want it. I don't want it. So there is no, oh, don't worry, it's not COVID. That is just ridiculous. And to think that we're going to go back to the time where people would be like hacking up a lung and all fluids coming out of their extremities. It's like I don't want that around me. Whatever it is you have, I don't want it.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. Thinking that the fact that you've tested and you're negative on COVID, which by the way, you could test again and be positive. But thinking that's an excuse, please stop with that crap.
Yeah.
That's my advice for 2024.
So one thing that Samantha did mention, and I just reached out to her to see if her voice is good enough for her to maybe call in this morning. She was very disappointed, and this is her talking to me about it, and I'm sure she won't mind me sharing. Disappointed in a lot of the votes, a lot of the committee selections. There was that system in place of introducing legislation that was put into effect when Frank Miola and the Democrat majority were in the council. That basically, you weren't able to. There was some sort of committee system that was never in place, that was put in place, I think, last year. And she was kind of upset that the new councilman, Joe Bitar, kind of joined them and joined his party and putting back that same system and voting on that same system. So I know that she was kind of fired up about that, but hopefully we'll hear from her soon on that. And we hope to speak to Councilman Bitar. I did speak with him via text message the other day. He said probably next week we'll meet him and talk to him.
John from Bridgewater, easy there, Mr. Testosterone. Josh Allen is not going to make the Super Bowl dance. Go Fish. We'll see what happens. Listen, Miami's in the playoffs. The question is, will the Bills be in? And will they end up being the number 2 seed? We'll find out on Sunday night. This is if you're a Bills fan, it's got to be, my feeling is it's got to be a bit of a scary game. All right, coming up this hour and this morning, we'll do Hobica's free money question of the day here on National Trivia Day. Paul Buckley is in. There are new things. This movie coming up. I don't know if you saw this, Andrew, but Chevy Chase is going to be making a cameo in this movie.
Yes, I did hear about that. That's pretty exciting.
I love it because Chevy Chase is off his rocker these days, and you never know what's going to happen when he's here. So pretty excited, and actually to have him in, because it's kind of a Christmas vacation type movie, to have him in doing a cameo, I think is really pretty cool. So we'll talk to Buckley on that. They're looking for some things to help make the movie here in the next few weeks here in Utica. So that's pretty cool. They also might be getting a little bit of snow to help in their whole storyline coming up. We'll speak with him. Will Fiacco is coming up next. He is challenging Joe Griffo in the he's a Republican. I didn't realize that.
Yes, primary.
So he's going to primary Griffo. Wow. Anyway, Fiacco is you want to know his slogan?
Yes, give it to me.
Fiacco, stop the fiasco.
That's right. That's right.
That's his slogan. Anyway, we'll speak with him in a few minutes. And you knew this was coming. I was watching Jimmy on New Year's Eve. Jimmy Fallon, I'm talking about, who is on WIBX from noon until 3 every day. He is the newly named host of a new program, Fox News Saturday night on the Fox News channel.
Yeah, it's very exciting. He's moving on up.
Well, he's been hosting quite a bit on that, sitting in on Saturday
has.
nights.
Is that but he's now the new host of the program.
10
o'clock. And he was hosting some stuff on New Year's Eve and, of course, over the weekend. So this is it's a big deal, a big step in his career, and as Andrew says, moving on up. John Decker is on later on this morning, and much more. And we're live from the basement here this morning. 7:15. We'll come right back with this Will Fiacco challenging Griffo in a primary. Coming up at WIBX.
For a limited time at Mattress Express, qualified buyers will get 60 months to pay on any purchase $1,500 or higher with no money down. That includes all brands of mattresses in the store and massage chairs. See store for details.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code SUPPORT or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511. Morning Kick. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Ready for a smoother, safer ride? Look to Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Tallman's and their professional staff is there for answers, advice, and quality tires at a great price. And right now, Tallman's, when you purchase 4 Summit tires, you'll get installation, mounting, and balancing absolutely free. Summit tires are great quality and your best value in Central New York. And free installation when you purchase 4 tires is an amazing deal. Don't miss out. This offer ends January 31st, 2024. Visit Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair in Utica, Yorkville, Roman Herkimer, online at TallmansTire.com. Don't be left out in the cold before the holiday. Call Tri-County Heating and Air Conditioning for your free furnace estimate. Smart folks choose Rude energy-efficient heating equipment for their home. Call Tri-County Heating and Air Conditioning at 315-829-4100 or visit their website at tri-countyheating.com. Turn that thermostat down with your Rude high-efficiency furnace and stay warm this winter. From their family to yours. Wishing you a very happy holidays.
Oneida County Office of Continuing Care has immediate openings for program nurses, starting at over $55,000. Nurses work a 35-hour week conducting patient screenings and home health assessments. Join our team and make a difference. Apply today at OneidaCountyJobs.com. That's OneidaCountyJobs.com.
At Mattress Express, get a queen flex head bed with adjustable base and a set of sheets for $14.99. Qualified buyers get no money down and up to 60 months to pay. A flex head bed is where each head goes up and down independently, but it's still one solid mattress. See store for details.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Coffee, the Keeler in the Morning radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. And here we go. You know, it's Seattle's best coffee. And for 2024, if you're looking for a great experience in the morning on your way into work, you know, you just hop right off, get on right there in the village of New Hartford. The drive-through is fast. You're in and out. You're getting the most delicious coffee. It's Seattle's best. And whether it's coffee, espresso, lattes, iced coffee, it's all breakfast sandwiches, bagels, and donuts, which are made fresh on the premises every morning. It's Daylight Donuts in the village of New Hartford. All right, Andrew, he is running for Senate, New York State Senate, challenging Joe Griffo in a Republican primary. His name is Will Fiacco, and he is on the line right now. Will, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Tell us about yourself. Is this your first step into the political realm?
Actually, it's my second. The last time that I ran in the 2022 for the New York State Assembly against Joe Blankenbush in the 117th district as a Democrat. Now, I did not get enough signatures to get on the ballot, so the campaign did not go any further. And so I left the Democratic Party shortly after that, and now I'm running as a Republican. And I felt like the state Senate was a better seat for me.
And why is that?
Primarily because I'm very familiar with Oneida County and Madison County, which is what this State Senate District 53 is in. The Assembly District 117 was mostly Lewis County, which I'm not too familiar with. One of the things that I'm very adamant about is turning Griffith Park into a much larger business and technology park to bring in more jobs to spearhead a robust economy in the Mohawk Valley.
So, boy, it is. I mean, to be honest, Griffiths has gotten incredibly large over the last 10, 15 years. It's really quite impressive today.
I don't agree. I think it's actually behind the times.
Okay.
If you're familiar with the Research Triangle Park in Cary, North Carolina, it is a business park of about 7,000 acres that hosts a total jobs of 70,000 people within the park. Griffiths Park is 3,500 acres and only hosts 6,000 jobs. I'd like to see that increased with Oneida County going from a 250,000 population in 2010 down to 200,000 in 2020. That's a 20% drop. If we can bring up to 35,000 jobs at Griffiths Park, we can really increase the economy in the area.
Fair enough. Now, you mentioned that you were not able to get the number of signatures to run for the Assembly. How many signatures do you need to run in the New York State Senate?
For the Senate, it is 1,000.
And but it's less for the Assembly, though, right?
It's 500 for the Assembly,
yeah.
right.
What makes you feel confident that you'll be able to reach the number that you need for to get on the ballot here?
Well, the fact that I'm more familiar with Oneida and Madison County, I think, is going to make a big difference. I'm familiar with the business climate. I'm familiar with the demographics in this area. I think is going to be advantageous to my campaign. Also, I have gotten the support of a lot of people, individuals, both Republicans and Democrats, conservatives and liberals alike in the area that are ready for a change. They're looking for somebody new to come in and bring jobs to this area. We are desperately in need of jobs.
Are we, though?
Absolutely. Look at the city of Rome. The city of Rome, where I'm a little bit north in the town of Lee, there's used to be 40,000 people in the city. Now we're down to 30,000 people. We've got houses that are just sitting empty, that have been sitting empty for years, that need to be occupied. And, of course, with the housing being so difficult nowadays, it's making it harder and harder for people to buy houses. But the incomes in the area are low, as well as the fact that we just don't have enough people to support the economy that we should have.
Well, that's a different thing than there not being enough jobs, because there are many, many job openings right now, like more than we have ever seen at any time in modern history. There are and really well-paying jobs, high-paying jobs that everything from being a plumber to being an engineer, so high-tech jobs as well. There are a lot of jobs out there.
In this area, I have not seen that.
Oh,
can you list a company? Do you know of a company that's is hiring? Because I have not seen that.
That's for you. You're running. All you got to do is take a look at the base, the number of jobs available on the base, the number of jobs available in Marcy right now. It's unbelievable. The number of jobs in nursing today, the number of jobs in high-tech, low-tech, in the middle. Where have you been? They're all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you have been, actually, because I don't see that, and I don't hear that from my constituents. My constituents are telling me that we need more jobs in this area. We need more base industries. Base industries meaning outside corporations to come in. One of the proposals...
Well, hold on. Are you basing the fact that there aren't enough jobs on talking to some constituents?
Absolutely.
Well, why don't you go to the unemployment office? Why don't you reach out to the county and get the numbers from the county?
Because I want to listen to what the people have to say.
Okay, but what about getting the facts, knowing what the number? And actually, you could come to our place at Town Square Media. Every month we hold, and it's a sold-out program. We hold a job fair every single month here where there are industries looking for people to fill jobs. High-tech jobs, truck drivers are needed. The list is enormous. Oneida County alone has hundreds and hundreds of job openings right now, And so much so that people are offering major incentives, sign-on incentives. In some cases, they'll pay off your student loans. There are so many jobs out there. It's unbelievable. Now, maybe we don't have the people to fill those jobs anymore, but you going down this road saying that there aren't enough jobs is absolutely a falsity, and you have a constituency that's giving you bad information.
No, I disagree.
Well, you can disagree all you want. I'm giving you facts, man.
No, you're not giving me facts. You're giving me your opinion.
No, I'm giving you facts. There's a difference between facts and opinion.
You talk to the constituents. There are not enough jobs. There are not enough high-paying jobs in the area. There's no industry here. How do you account for the fact that Oneida County has lost 25% of its people?
I talked to a constituent the other day, and you know what? You know what we need? We need another Dunkin' Donuts over there on 49. What I mean, get the information that's real so you can give out real facts. We can move on from here, but I'm just telling you, your numbers are wrong.
Oh, my numbers are accurate. You need to check them out closer. I can assure you that I know what I'm talking about, sir.
I don't think so.
You start talking to 1,000 people in Oneida and Madison counties, they will tell you we need jobs. You tell me why people who are making $16 an hour just right over minimum wage are complaining that they cannot make their bills. They're not having good.
That's not necessarily what the conversation we've been having, right? We're not talking about
Isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not what you were talking about. You saying there aren't jobs out there. I'm saying there are a lot of jobs.
There are not good jobs out there.
That's not true. That's not true. Now, these people you're talking to might not be qualified for some of these jobs. That's certainly possible. I don't know the answer, but
explain the fact that we've lost 20% of the people in Oneida County.
I'm not here to explain that, and that isn't what we were talking about. You're moving on to another topic now, and we can talk about that topic, but that's a completely different topic than there aren't any jobs, man.
There aren't any jobs because we have a population loss that goes together. That's how the economics works.
Okay. Well, let's move on. What do you think? So your history goes back to Oklahoma. What brought you here? And talk about Oklahoma. I was reading on your website that in 1995, that's when your political career began.
Correct.
Talk about that if you could.
Well, I grew up here in the town of Lee. My father was at Griffith Air Force Base with the Federal Aviation Administration. When I was 14, he transferred to Oklahoma City, where I went to high school, and then I later went to college in Tulsa. I moved back to New York in 1996 because New York is home. I love it here, and I love the people here.
So you've been here for quite some time.
Correct.
Anything else beyond jobs that obviously, listen, the more jobs, the merrier. Let's not, I think we're both on the same side there. What else needs to change? And in particular, what do you think that Senator Griffo is doing wrong that you feel you could do better and people should take notice of?
Basically, I don't know what he has actually done for the community. When we have a 20% loss of population in 10 years in one county, I consider that to be failed administration. That's a fault of the state senator, the mayors, the county administrator, executive that is, and as well as the laws that are coming out of Albany. New York State is becoming far too communist and Marxist right now. And what I believe needs to happen is we need more Republicans to get into office to offset that balance. In addition, we need to bring back common sense policies to New York government.
What do you think of the recent, and you know that if you were to win in this race, you would be in the minority. New York has a majority of Democrats, a majority in both the Senate and the Assembly. What do you think of the current bail reform and those programs and what is believed to be, although the federal government is saying crime is not necessarily up, it certainly seems like it is around here. What do you think about these new laws in New York State and how they've affected crime in places like here, upstate New York?
The crime is out of control. We can see that watching any of the videos coming up from New York City with the pro-Hamas protests that are going on. That in addition to just the looting that went on in the major cities in the country have been a major problem. And New York State is...
Well, I mean, just to be fair, we're talking about your district, not looting and Hamas. We're talking about the crime that happens here, which a lot of times is simply shoplifting and that sort of thing. Talk about that. And what do you know about bail reform and what was done here in New York State?
Well, what we need to do is we need to reverse that. We need to give judges more authority to decide the sentences of the people that are convicted of crimes.
Fair enough. And anything else before, because we'd like to have you come back and maybe in studio when I'm not in the midst of COVID. What else is important to you? The three other issues that you really want to focus on, and why you feel people should, number one, sign your petition, and number two, vote for you in the upcoming primary.
Well, in addition to creating more jobs and boosting the economy in the area, the second thing that I'm very concerned about is the gender ideology that's being taught in the schools. Parents are losing their rights over their own children. Laws are trying to be passed in other states that are trying to be passed here as well that are basically taking away parents' rights. A 5-year-old child can go up to his teacher and say, I don't want to be a boy anymore, I want to be a girl. And in certain states, they're allowed to go ahead and do that without the parents' consent. And they start handling transitioning. New York is trying to pass the same types of laws from the supermajority, which is basically the Working Families Party in Albany, which is a communist organization. This is basic Marxism in our schools, and that needs to be taken care of. We need to put parents back in charge of their children's education.
I'm sorry, I was just busy throwing up in my mouth. You've got to be kidding me. You think that a 5-year-old kid can walk up to his teacher and say, I don't want to be a boy anymore?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's already happening. It's happening in the state of Washington. It's happening in Canada. It's happening in the state of California.
It's really not happening, but that's and certainly you're still, without getting too deep into this craziness, you're asking to be for the people to vote you in as senator of this district. It is by no means happening where you say it's happening, and it's certainly not happening here.
Oh, well, that's...
And parents are not losing control of their kids. Well, to be honest, I'm sorry. I've been to the grocery store. Sometimes I think parents are losing control of their kids, and some of them need to have their... maybe some parenting courses would prevent that from happening.
Well, I think parenting courses is probably a great idea. However, I think parents need to be in charge of their own children's welfare, don't you?
Well, I think they are, to be honest with you. But listen, I can't argue with you. I'll leave that to Griffo. He's going to have a field day with you, and it'll be very interesting. I'd love to have a debate between the two of you on the air. I think that would be awesome. And anything else you want to add in closing?
Not at all.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
So glad to have you. This is going to be a fun race.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much. The name
All
is...
right.
All right. Have a wonderful day. Okay. Thank you. The name is... Andrew, do you want to comment?
I've just been listening intently, and, I could almost predict where you were going at every turn, so it was...
Will Fiacco is his name.
Yes.
He's challenging Joe Griffo in the GOP primary from the New York State for New York State Senate. To be honest with you, it sounds at times like he's running for a federal position.
Yeah.
And just some of the conspiracy theories that he's running with, oh, my God. This is going to be a fun 2024. I got a break. Coming up, we'll do Habaika's free money question of the day. Stand by. I have decided, Andrew, I'm not leaving the basement.
You better not.
I'm going to hunker down. Get ready. This is going to be a scary 2024. I changed my mind completely.
Leave that tin hat on.
Down here,
yeah.
And I'm going to fortify the basement. I'm going to protect myself and my family.
Yeah.
I have to break at WIBX.
Hey, Jen. OMG, look how busy it is in here. How'd you get all these customers?
Yeah, this month has been a record breaker for us. For a long time, we had decent business coming in from word of mouth, but we weren't growing. Lately, though, a lot of new folks have been finding us online, and that's made all the difference.
That's terrific. I wish I could figure out how to do that for my shop, but I have no idea where to start.
Just do what I did. It's not as hard as you'd think. Go to mylocalcustomers.com to see exactly how many searches there are for businesses like yours.
Okay, then what?
If you see that there are a good number of clients searching in our area, you'll also get some suggestions for the best way to get their attention.
Do you think there are a lot of people searching for my business?
There's only one way to find out. Go to mylocalcustomers.com. It's quick, easy, and free.
Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free local customer analysis that will show you how many customers are searching online for your type of business. It's quick, easy, and free. Visit mylocalcustomers.com. That's mylocalcustomers.com.
You've put off getting a new bed. You really want a new bed. Let's be honest, you probably need a new bed. Kevin Fear from Mattress Express, and I have the answer for you for the new year. Any purchase in the store, $1,500 or more, qualify and sign up and get up to 60 months to pay with no money down. Don't give us a nickel. You heard me right, up to 60 months to pay, no money down. That includes our full lineup of massage chairs. And yes, it includes Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, Posh & Lavish, and more. You can get pre-qualified at mattressexpressny.com. Look for the 15-second Express Credit app. Stop into any store. No appointment necessary. We'd be happy to qualify you in store. And you can call 1-800-NEW-BEDS. See store for details.
Does it ever feel like the weather outside has found its way into your home? At Standard Heating, Cooling, and Insulating, we have nearly 100 years of experience serving our communities. Our certified consultants will help identify the problem areas and develop solutions to make your home more comfortable. New insulation, new HVAC, or both. Our team will find rebates and incentives to help lower your costs or even get it for free. Call Standard Heating, Cooling, and Insulating today at 315-859-6292. We promise to save you money.
For a limited time at Mattress Express, qualified buyers will get 60 months to pay on any purchase $1,500 or higher with no money down. That includes all brands of mattresses in the store and massage chairs. See store for details.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
A lot of Kanoli's energy started to bounce back.
She has a lot of puppy moments, and she'll be 14 this summer.
What did these dog parents do for their dogs? They switched to Nature's Blend, a premium freeze-dried raw dog food made by Dr. Marty Goldstein, a veterinarian Forbes magazine called the Miracle Worker. It's the easiest way to support your dog's easy digestion, nourished skin, playful energy, and most importantly, their healthy, full life.
I'm so confident your dog will love it. Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free full-size bag of Tilly's Treasures dog treats. They're best-selling beef liver dog treats while supplies last. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or shop in over 2,000 stores nationwide. Use the store locator to find the store closest to you. All pets are unique. Your pet's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply. Studies available upon request.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Can Washington and can I start over? You want me to start over? Yes, please. I'm now talking to myself. The Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills is accepting new patients right now for 2024. If you're in need of a new doctor, a new physician, reach out today at 315-507-4751, the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. Dr. Chmielewski, Dr. Zelensky, both now taking new patients. Dr. Kosminski, if it's acupuncture you're looking for, even counseling. They offer counseling, all services under one roof. It's like a one-stop shop. But if you're in need of a new family doctor, they have you covered at the Falcon Clinic. Call today, 315-507-4751. He's done an incredible job with my dad, and he can do the same for you. Reach out today, 315-507-4751, the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills, or visit them online, falconclinic.com.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Do you mind if I get to some comments, Andrew, before we go anywhere?
Yes, please. I have some too, but if you've got them there, fire away.
All right, why don't you do some? I'll give you these. Rick says, Rick E. Lewis, don't laugh. Everyone thought Trump was ridiculous and would never win, and look what happened. We're talking about the candidate who was just on. He is now running and collecting signatures right now, he says. Will Fiacco. Fiacco to stop the fiasco is his slogan, running against Griffo, Senator Griffo in the GOP primary for New York State Senate. Joe Joseph, this guy is a nitwit. Let him implode on his own. He doesn't need any help. Rick says, this guy's a whack job. Just what we need, another whack job. Julie, there are no jobs because we're losing population. Couldn't the opposite be true? If you lose population, there will be, hold on, I got to open this one up and expand it. If you lose population, there will be more jobs available, ? And then Donna said people are moving out because of taxes, gun laws, and the flow of illegals. And then I have a bunch more. What do you have, Andrew Derminio?
Well, we had Dana messaging in, OMG, this guy is a dope. Also, we had Lance and Lee that was talking about, well, he's got a few comments this morning, but in reference to Mr. Fiacco, while I don't believe Mr. Griffo doesn't carry the political clout that he used to, he will be nearly impossible to unseat. I do applaud his efforts for trying, though. Never mind, after hearing some of his rhetoric, he should reconsider.
Well, here's the problem. If you're going to go on the radio, get your information right. And when I say where are you getting these statistics from the people, that's not the right answer. This is not how, it is not disparaging to say, I don't go to the guy down the street to get my unemployment or employment figures. You got to rely on certain experts to give you that information, and you don't get it by going door to door. People are going to tell you a lot of things.
Yeah.
But that's not, well, that doesn't make it a fact. That's the part that kind of blew my mind, I'm afraid.
Yeah. What else do we have here? Hold on, I got my...
I got one more while you're looking. This guy has the potential of being the next Dave Gordon or Larry Tenori. And I would say, hey, don't say that about Larry.
This is from Lance and Lee again. Bill, I attended the Lanigan swearing in at the Capitol Theater last week. I've been to every one since Jim Brown in 2004. The attendance had to be a record for a mayoral swearing in. Let's hope the community enthusiasm keeps rolling along. This is Ease or Easy in Ilion. Bill, I am sorry. At a local school, if kids wanted to be called a different name or treated as a different gender, the school has been told to comply and not to tell the parents. I say a school email directing the staff that way.
Listen to me. Listen to me. It's God speaking. Can you hear the reverb there?
Yes, it's tremendous.
I love that. Anyway, listen, that whole Cat Pan thing is ridiculous and a hoax, and please stop with it. Just stop with it. It was in response. It was a group of people in response to if a boy cannot be a boy anymore, he can be a girl, then my kid's going to come to school tomorrow and is going to be a cat. You're going to have to allow my kid to be a cat because they can be whatever they want to be. This was actually making fun of the transgender movement. That's what it is, and it's morphed into crazy people spreading rumors and then believing the crap that they read on Facebook. I'm sorry, but that's all garbage. But please, show me the cat pan in the schoolroom and the little kid going to the bathroom in the cat pan. I need to see it. I want to know, can you prove it? As opposed to saying, no, I know because I have a friend who knows somebody who says it's true. Give me a break. And then with that, do you have any further? Can you keep me going here? Can we start off 2024 any better?
We don't want to get you running out of the basement too soon here.
Listen, I'm getting sick again. My wife told me, don't do the show this week. You're just going to get sick again. And she's right.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting sick all over again. And to make matters worse, Paul Buckley is sitting in my seat.
He's taking over. He's right here.
No, Davey is in your seat, not I.
Oh, you're not. I can't.
But I like this. I like the segue.
Good morning, Paul Buckley. Good morning.
Good morning, William. Thank you. I like the segue from kitty litter to Paul Buckley. Thank you very much.
Listen, there is nothing worse than cat urine. So the more of that fresh kitty litter you can add to the pan, the better. All right. Something really big is happening in this area, in the Utica area, and in the region. And Paul Buckley is right in the middle of it, and it's a movie that's going to be made here this morning. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yes, they start rolling in today, as a matter of fact, and we'll be shooting Saturday and Sunday. And the shooting starts Saturday, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be endless hours for me and them, but it'll be good. And the community's all excited about it, and I just want to plug the community and thank the community so much for getting involved with this, because it's not these people aren't making the movie. The community's making the movie. The people of this area are so agreeable. They're giving them their houses, they're giving them food, they're giving them this and that. And the response I've gotten from the cattle call, from the casting, has been phenomenal. I go to work every day. There's at least 100 emails that I forward on to Hollywood. So they're going to be here this weekend, and hopefully the emails will stop. But it's wonderful. And I think I asked you for this opportunity because we still need an RV. And we need that immediately. So anybody who's got an RV they want to rent for the month of January.
So what will the RV be used for?
For wardrobe. They'll be dressing the characters in and out of there, and possibly and makeup and stuff like that. So that'll be
so
a movie.
It's not like they're going to be using it in the movie, in the movie Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, who was the Randy Quaid's character?
Oh, Cousin Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were trying to get him. They were trying to lure him into this movie too. But I think he's gone completely bonko.
No, he lives in Canada. He lives with Will Fiacco, I think, is what.
But anyway,
I mean, I'm afraid that he is him and his wife, I think, have gone
right off the edge, I believe.
A bit off the deep end with seeing aliens and that sort of thing. He's had some stuff going on.
I think he was abducted, wasn't
he? Yeah,
I think maybe.
But not just with the Independence Day.
Talk about, if you could, Chevy Chase making a cameo in this movie.
Right, and that's one thing about it. I just want to bring this up. I'm glad you brought that up. Everybody's coming and says, I want to be a part of the Chevy Chase. It's not a Chevy Chase movie. Chevy Chase has a cameo in it, which is great. It'll give the film some creds. But they email me, hi, my name is so-and-so, I want to be in the movie. They don't give me any credentials. I need headshots. I need information of what they've been doing. There have been quite a few professionals that have chimed in. So I'm just forwarding them on to the casting people and the crew. And I'm not making the decisions because it's too much. I mean, I'm getting, like I said, there's an avalanche of people applying for this thing, and it's wonderful. I can't thank you enough. The radio, the paper, the TV. It's been phenomenal, and it just keeps going. And it'll be a great time for the month of January. It's going to be great here in Utica.
Could you tell me when you say you want to thank us, you want to thank the TV,
right?
People, radio, television, and you want to thank the paper. Years ago, I would know what that means, but when you say that today, I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, the newspaper, the Sentinel. I mean, they've been putting a lot of, and also the OD. They've been putting some articles in the paper about the upcoming thing, how to get a hold of me and stuff like that, and what we need.
The OD actually just put a whole thing in their paper. It's on the front page above the fold. They're looking for people to appear in the movie A Quiet Place. Now, that movie, unfortunately, was done like 3 years ago.
Well, wasn't there a sequel to that? Wasn't there A Quiet Place too?
You're right.
And that was shot in Little Falls. As a matter of fact, that the location director came here. I showed him a couple locations here last time they did The Quiet 2. But I'll get a hold of these people. This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
No, that's not. I'm joking. I'm
He was
saying,
saying
the
the
OD's
OD.
news is so late.
Right, I know that.
Has
The movie already been produced?
It's already been released, and there was a sequel.
Beautiful.
Stay with me, Paul. Stay with me.
I'm trying
Come
to.
on.
I'm trying to.
It's not easy.
I know it isn't.
Okay, so what about there was a belief that if you left your Christmas decorations up here
please.
in January that you might have a chance to actually end up in the movie? Is that still
Well,
true?
the house will. We're looking for cutaways, segues, that kind of stuff. And so if you have outstanding Christmas decorations, I've been driving around at night late, just aimlessly driving around lost. I've seen some houses, and they're absolutely lovely.
There's a couple on Herkimer Road that you may want to check out.
I've seen a ton of them.
Yeah.
They're wonderful. So, they get to town this week, so I'll drive them around. We'll show some stuff, and then it'll probably be a couple weeks before we ask them if they can take them down. So, yeah, please leave your decorations up for at least a couple 2-3 weeks.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. If somebody wants to reach out, they have an idea of how they could help. If they have an RV that they'd be willing to give up to serve as a dressing room and that sort of thing, how would they reach out to you, Paul?
Just go pbuckley@cityofutica.com, like it's always been. And
yeah, that email will be changing very soon, I'll tell you.
I've learned the big mistake I learned. But anyway, if you are going to apply as a cast member or an extra whatever, please send a headshot. We want to see what you look like and put some more resume. Your phone number, address, that kind of stuff, not just your email address, please. I mean, it's just, I want to be in the movie. That's the message I get. So, and I'm forwarding them all. So, and I appreciate the opportunity, William, and I hope things are all right there. I just want to say, step out of character, and congratulate Andrew on his engagement.
Oh yes, thank you very much.
I saw him Christmas Eve at midnight mass. And he looked happier than a gopher in soft dirt. He looked lovely.
Yeah, that was moments after.
Yeah, I wanted to come over, but you were talking. You were brown nosing the priest and stuff like that. And I just
well, he gave us a nice engagement blessing. So
how wonderful!
I couldn't step away from that.
Oh, wonderful. William, happy New Year!
Congratulations, Andrew. Andrew, for those that don't know, has now become engaged, and he has a wonderful fiance, and it's
she's lovely.
All wonderful.
She's lovely.
Thank you. Yes, the question has been popped. So.
Dead man walking.
All right, Buckley, thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you,
William,
so much.
thank you very much. Happy New Year, and I'll be back when as this thing is like the script changes daily, so it's a growing organism. So I will be back, okay, with good news and bad news. All right.
Well, listen, you have an open door policy here to continue to
I
let
appreciate
us know
that.
what's going on with this movie. If you need something last minute, you can easily get on. Let's do it. Let's make this thing in Utica. Very,
I
very
appreciate
cool.
that. Thank you, William. Thank you so very much. Give my love to your bride.
All right. Thanks so much.
Bye, buddy. Bye-bye.
Okay, Andrew, let's do Hobica's free money question of the day, which we've not gotten to as of yet. I just got so distracted by craziness. And Buckley, we're looking for caller number, let's make it 2, all right? Can we do that?
Yes, let's do it.
Second caller through the lines, it's National Trivia Day. We'll make it $200 today. $200, your chance to win $200 from Hobica by calling, making it caller number 2 right now at 315-736-0186. Call right now, 315-736-0186. We'll do it next on WIBX.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Hey, trailblazing business owners, tired of blending into the background? It's time to turn up the volume and make your mark with a podcast that screams, "We're here, and we mean business." Podcast Plus gives your brand the opportunity to join the podcast revolution. It's time to show that you and your company are the experts by creating engaging content that captivates and entertains. Head to mynewpodcast.com and connect with experts to create a podcast that will allow you to connect with your audience on a personal level, so you can break through all the noise. Plus, we offer professional script writing, pre- and post-production, graphic design experts for a captivating page, and distribution on all major platforms. All this produced from our state-of-the-art studios. Sign up today at mynewpodcast.com, or for more information and to get a free consultation with a podcast expert, call 888-324-0035. That's 888-324-0035. Enhance your brand with your own podcast today and reach new clients 24/7. Call 888-324-0035. That's 888-324-0035. Or sign up now at mynewpodcast.com.
You've put off getting a new bed. You really want a new bed. Let's be honest, you probably need a new bed. Kevin Fear from Mattress Express, and I have the answer for you for the new year. Any purchase in the store, $1,500 or more, qualify and sign up, and get up to 60 months to pay with no money down. Don't give us a nickel. You heard me right, up to 60 months to pay, no money down. That includes our full lineup of massage chairs. And yes, it includes Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instinct Comfort, Posh and Lavish, and more. You can get pre-qualified at mattressexpressny.com. Look for the 15-second Express Credit app. Stop into any store. No appointment necessary. We'd be happy to qualify you in store, and you can call 1-800-NEW-BEDS. See store for details.
Ready for a smoother, safer ride? Look to Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Tallman's and their professional staff is there for answers, advice, and quality tires at a great price. And right now, Tallman's, when you purchase 4 Summit tires, you'll get installation, mounting, and balancing absolutely free. Summit tires are great quality and your best value in Central New York. And free installation when you purchase 4 tires is an amazing deal. Don't miss out. This offer ends January 31st, 2024. Visit Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Online at TallmansTire.com.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
And you okay, everybody good? Can you hear me, Andrew?
Yeah.
Test 1.
Yes,
2.
everything's good. Everything's good over here. Smitty's still stunned from from this past hour, so he's having some trouble on the board here.
That was something. All right, let me go to our phone lines right now. Today is National Trivia Day, and Hobica's free money question of the day fits right in line with this. On the line right now to play along here is Pat in New Hartford. Pat, good morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm all right. You sound under the weather.
Little bit, just a little bit, but I think I'm on the other side of it. Let's hope that's the case.
Good.
All right, here we go. Are you ready? This is worth $200 here this morning.
All right.
$200, and you'll have 7 seconds, as you know, to answer the question. Get an answer in. Only one answer works, and here we go. Here is your question. This elite athlete is the biggest ever to come out of Reedley Community College. Ready? Go.
Boy, I don't know. Michael Jordan.
Going with Michael Jordan. Well, I kind of went with this one and thought that you pull this off just because of my obsession with the Buffalo Bills. And if you remember, Josh Allen kind of started his career as basically a nobody. He actually started his college career at Reedley Community College.
I would have won 200 today.
Good to know.
Josh Allen. That'll be a good one for the next Jeopardy question that probably will never happen. So,
fantastic.
All right, listen, we're going to give you from the Hobica, actually from the Comets, we'll give you the food and fun card. It's good at all of their local restaurants, including Taylor and the Cook, which is brand new downtown, Aquavino, etc., and the concession stands at Nexus and the Adirondack Bank Center, along with the gift shop, the Comets gift shop as well. So actually, they're going to call you back and hook you up. We'll mail that right to you. So, Pat, we appreciate it. Happy New Year, and thanks for playing along.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you so much. That is Pat in New Hartford. You guys will handle that back there. All right, listen, lots to do coming up next hour. Stand by. We're coming right back. News is next. WIBX Utica Rome.
There are nearly 200 names. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Many of them well-known people listed in court documents released by a judge in a case related to Jeffrey Epstein, a wealthy financier turned sex offender who committed suicide before going on trial for sex trafficking minors.
Being on the list, I want to say, is not an indication of any wrongdoing. Perhaps the most notable name belongs to former President Bill Clinton. He's described as a key person who can provide information about his close relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. Then there's this from Joanna Soberg. She's one of many women who accused Epstein of abuse. Quote, Joanna testified Jeffrey told her Clinton likes them young, referring to young girls.
Well, that's Fox's Eric Shawn. He referenced Maxwell. She's in prison, convicted of helping Epstein's trafficking. Former President Clinton has said in the past he had no knowledge of Epstein's crimes. Former President Trump's name is also in those documents. Now, his campaign has appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court to undo a Colorado court ruling now on hold, aiming to take him off the ballot in in that state, claiming he's disqualified under a constitutional provision for leading an insurrection, the Capitol riot. But Trump lawyer Lena Habba tells Fox,
"You can't call someone an insurrectionist that never did an insurrection, that's never been guilty of an insurrection. It's un-American, it's ridiculous, and it's frankly election interference at its finest."
There's a similar ballot attempt in Maine also being appealed. An airstrike in Iraq has killed a high-ranking commander of Iran-backed militia. No word yet if the U.S. launched it. Iran's vowing to retaliate for the bombings yesterday that killed 84 people during a ceremony honoring the late general killed 4 years ago in an American drone strike. The U.S. denies Iran's claims America and Israel carried out the bombings, and Israel's also facing retribution for the killing of a senior Hamas leader in Lebanon.
Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah saying the killing will not go unpunished, raising fears of regional escalation. His organization's been firing rockets across the border since the war in Gaza began.
And that's Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
Traveling for the holidays? Well, Pure Talk has you covered because they just added international roaming to over 30 countries. And here's the best part, there's no rate increase at all. Now, Pure Talk still saves the average family almost $1,000 a year with talk and text and data plans starting at just $20 a month. Now, from your cell phone, just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now, make the switch, and do it now. You'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Pound 250, keyword save now, and start saving on your wireless right now.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 8:03. I'm Andrew Domenio. Right now we're at 32 degrees under cloudy skies, some snow in the forecast, traces of it. Your full weather forecast is on the way. This update brought to you by the Stanley Center of the Arts, presenting Standards and Stories with Tony Danza, April 6th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Starting today, a mask mandate will go into effect for all Mohawk Valley Health System patients and staff. The mandate is due to the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the area. Visitors must also mask up when seeing people at places such as Wynn Hospital and the Center for Rehabilitation and Continuing Care Services. There's no word just how long this mandate will be in place. Governor Hochul has unveiled a new proposal to help boost reading proficiency in schools in New York State. The Back to Basics plan is part of her upcoming State of the State address that she'll be giving next week. It calls for students to be taught the foundational tools they need to improve their reading skills. The governor says that reading is the foundation of the education system, but New York is not meeting basic reading proficiency levels. She believes that needs to change before kids fall even further behind. The New York State Department of Labor is reminding people that 1099-G forms will automatically be mailed out this year. In the past, residents have been able to opt out of getting those forms in the mail, but that's no longer the case. A 1099-G document is the total amount of money a person received in benefits from the Labor Department during the year, as well as any adjustments made to those benefits. The forms are expected to arrive in mailboxes by the end of the month. A two-vehicle collision in Kirkland resulted in 3 individuals being transported to the hospital. The accident happened around 2:30 p.m. Wednesday at the intersection of Utica Street and Robinson Road. Currently, there's no word on who is at fault or what the cause of the accident was. Traffic was slowed for a time with the wreckage cleared soon after at around 3 p.m. And state police released new information on the death of an Oswego County woman. Troopers say the body of 21-year-old Jordan Novak was found back on December 29th in Black Creek, which is located in the town of Mexico. An autopsy determined Novak was not the victim of a homicide. Officials are awaiting results of toxicology tests to find out what caused her to pass away. It is 8:05. Your weather forecast is according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, blustery as snow showers and embedded snow squalls taper to scattered light flurries by midday. An additional inch early, then gradual clearing by afternoon. Temperatures dropping into the middle to upper 20s in the afternoon, wind chills in the teens. Tonight, clear, cold, low of 12. And tomorrow, mixed sunshine and clouds, but chilly, a high near 32. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
32 degrees under cloudy skies. It is 8:06. In sports, Buffalo Bills head coach Sean McDermott says it's likely that quarterback Josh Allen will be able to play this weekend. Allen has been dealing with neck soreness after suffering a stinger in Buffalo's win over the Patriots Sunday. The Bills will take on the Miami Dolphins this Sunday, and the winner will clinch the AFC East. Buffalo has been victorious over Miami in 10 of the last 11 games where the two teams have faced off. Dexter Lawrence is heading to his second straight Pro Bowl. The Giants' defensive lineman was named as a starter for the NFC team. He is the first Giants defensive lineman to earn consecutive nods since Jason Pierre-Paul in 2011 and 2012. Running back Saquon Barkley was named a second alternate, and linebacker Kayvon Thibodeau is a third alternate. New York is third in the NFC East at 5-11. Zach Wilson's tenure with the Jets appears to be over. The former second overall pick remains in concussion protocol and will miss his third straight game. Head coach Robert Saleh said that he expects Wilson to have a long career in the NFL, but was non-committal when asked about his future with the Jets. In 3 seasons with the Green and White, Wilson passed for 6,293 yards, 23 touchdowns, but 25 interceptions. Trevor Siemian will get the start for the Jets in the season finale. And one more for you here. A few NFL teams are planning on resting their starting quarterbacks for the last week of the regular season. Baltimore's Tyler Huntley is set to fill in for Lamar Jackson. Kansas City's backup Blaine Gabbert will start for Patrick Mahomes. San Francisco's Sam Darnold will start in place of Brock Purdy. Jeff Driscoll will start for Joe Flacco in Cleveland. And Carson Wentz will start in place of Matthew Stafford for the Rams. The Ravens and 49ers have already locked up the number 1 seed in their respective conferences, while the Chiefs, Browns, and Rams have all clinched their spots in the postseason. WIBX.
It's going to be very interesting, and the news was very. I don't know how they do this. Josh Allen not included in the Pro Bowl. How does that happen?
I don't know. They're haters, is what it is, Bill.
It's voted on.
Andrew, I've been since Christmas living in the basement.
Right.
I don't know that you would recognize me.
Really? Why, you got a beard now, or?
I haven't shaved since before Christmas.
You got to leave it going. You got to let it go.
Can I snapped a picture. Can I send you a picture of myself?
Yes, do it.
You can post it.
Okay, all right, let's see here.
I sent it via text message to you right now.
Okay. Look at that, and you got glasses now, too.
Yeah.
So, Smitty,
I look just like Letterman. It's really something. Man, can I grow a beard. We'll break and come back. I got a bunch to get to here this hour, including John Decker coming up in a few minutes. What else do we have? I don't have the sheet in front of me.
Well, we've got our man Jimmy Fela. You have to call him, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, he is the official new host of Fox News Saturday Night on the Fox News Channel. We'll also talk to Dr. Jessica Kreigel, who will talk about Gen Z turning to TikTok for career advice. And I think TikTok has become this sort of go-to for everything. I mean, people are using it in lieu of Google searches now in some cases. So we've also got weird. John Decker coming up.
All right, we'll get to it coming up. Stand by. Hold tight. It's a Thursday morning from the basement at WIBX.
At Mattress Express, get a Queen Flex head bed with adjustable base and a set of sheets for $14.99. Qualified buyers get no money down and up to 60 months to pay. A Flex head bed is where each head goes up and down independently, but it's still one solid mattress. See store for details.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
This year, give the gift of music from Big Apple Music. Locally owned and operated since 1979. A full-sized guitar is only $99. Want to go electric? Give an electric guitar and amp for just $199. Electric keyboards starting at $99. And full-size digital piano starting at $299. Big Apple has a great selection of ukuleles and guitars, including Fender, Gibson, Martin & Taylor at the guaranteed best prices. Open Sundays in December, noon till 5. Big Apple Music, Commercial Drive, New Hartford. Or visit BigAppleMusic.com. Ready for a smoother, safer ride? Look to Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Tallman's and their professional staff is there for answers, advice, and quality tires at a great price. And right now, Tallman's, when you purchase 4 Summit tires, you'll get installation, mounting, and balancing absolutely free. Summit tires are great quality and your best value in Central New York. And free installation when you purchase 4 tires is an amazing deal. Don't miss out. This offer ends January 31st, 2024. Visit Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Online at TallmansTire.com.
For a limited time at Mattress Express, qualified buyers will get 60 months to pay on any purchase $1,500 or higher with no money down. That includes all brands of mattresses in the store and massage chairs. See store for details.
Are you ready to smell better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the OBGYN creator of Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And who doesn't want zero body odor? With over 200,000 5-star reviews, I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 800 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, free product of your choice, and ships free with code 800. LumeDeodorant.com, code 800 for an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. Love it or return it for free. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 800.
Hey, right now... Oops, this is me. Right now, during Mazda's Season of Inspiration sales event at Steve Ponte Mazda, Ricky Z says, come on in and enjoy 0% APR financing up to 60 months on all new 2024 Mazda CX-5s. It's Mazda's way of saying thank you for an incredibly successful year, and they've increased their inventory so you can take advantage of Mazda's 0% special offer. See Steve Ponte Mazda for details. And Rick put me into the CX-90, which is a hybrid. I swear to God, I don't use any gas. I drive to work and back home every day and don't use a drop of gasoline. It's pretty cool. Gotta love it. Love the vehicle. As Rick says, whatever the vehicle you're looking for, come in for the best deal and 0% financing, that special offer. As Rick says, come in, let's make your deal on a Mazda. From the dealership that's achieved first place nationally in customer satisfaction, where it is always easy to do business, Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, here we are, and on the line right now, real excited to have the man with the plan, the one and only Jimmy Fallon on the line. Good morning.
Well, by the way, Keeler, now that I have my own TV show, it's Mr. Fallon.
Oh, I should have known that. Andrew warned me on that. Congratulations. This is great news.
Yo, this is huge. I got to pull my life together fast. This is, I've been having a real good time on the radio hanging out in Utica, but it's a big win for our people, man, for our crowd, the regular folks. That's obviously what I come from. This kind of, I tell you this all the time, like, you are my home station, man. Like, I have been to Utica to do stand-up, I think, more than any venue in America. And, when, as a kid who grew up in the 80s watching The Tonight Show, I mean, that's kind of how you map it out. You're like, we'll do Johnny, we'll do Vegas, we'll do Utica, and I love it. So always, it's a big win for all of us.
Utica's always included in the master map, I believe.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
So I was watching during the holiday, and you've just been all over the place, and they're all using you for They're all using you, all the hosts. So it was only a matter of time that this was going to happen.
Yeah, you know what, man? I actually knew it was coming, and I couldn't say anything for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's rough. Like, but what I did find out is I could work in the CIA because, like, that was a hell of a
secret.
Think about this: over the holidays, the amount of booze a guy like me drinks with his family, and I didn't let that fly out in my family, Jenny's family in Ohio. Think about when I called into your show a few weeks back for Christmas. Me and Lincoln are driving down to the Steelers game. We're all jazzed up on the highway. You don't think I could have threw a wild pitch? I'm good, Keeler. I'm telling you, I'm CIA material.
I got to tell you, believe me, I have someone very close to me who always says, listen, I'm going to tell you this, but I don't want you to go out and have a cocktail and spew it to everybody. So I could not work in the CIA, but you have pulled it off. That's just, hey, I did want to get your take. I was watching, being in the basement since Christmas, I've watched a lot of TV, so it all blends together. I think it was it must have been yesterday. You're talking about the names coming out on the Epstein list. I gotta say, and that Prince Andrew's got some weird crap going on with puppets. Did you see that?
Listen, I'm not gonna judge anybody on their odd habits, because if someone gets a hold of my laptop, like I carry a vial of arsenic just in case it happens.
Smart.
I go into the bunker and chug it. But no, I mean, the truth is, what a wild time. Like, forget what we're looking at. Imagine what it looks like behind the scenes, people trying to get things redacted, get off the list and everything like that. It's a great week. Like, if you're looking for a job as a food taster, this is a great week.
Yeah,
a lot of people eating bad lasagna. There's a lot of people that are so depressed from this list that they're shooting themselves in the head from 300 yards away from behind, as you know. It's a real level of depression.
Yeah, it is. Listen, it is. You knew this list was coming out. It is what it is. But what are you going to do? Andrew, you have something you want to play for Jimmy? What do you have? Explain. And Jimmy, you won't be able to hear him, so just bear with me for a second.
Well, you could maybe try and get him close to the phone, but this is in true Jimmy fashion in honor of him and his big announcement here.
Okay, don't play it yet. Don't play it yet. Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't need to hear it. He's heard it. Jimmy, you've heard the Moving On Up theme song. That's what Andrew's playing.
Of course.
Yeah.
There you go. I love that.
So tell me about what are you going to do with the show? Because you always come in and you kind of make it your own. You have to do that.
Yeah. So what you get to do here is it'll look different than how it has looked on Saturday night. Obviously, they reconfigure the look of the set. And I'm working with that today. Like, we go to meetings today and kind of lay out the new set, which is very exciting. And then this is the key thing, and you'll get a kick out of this because you could definitely come do the show when you're up for it. They really want me to build the show in my own ecosystem, meaning they don't want it to be everyone you're used to seeing on Fox.
Oh.
They want it to be me and all my white trash friends I hang out with,
I love it.
Cab drivers, everything else. So that's what you're going to see on the show. You'll see probably one Fox person per episode, if I had to guess, because I'm friends with too many of them not to book them. It would get awkward. But you're going to see a lot of comics you've never heard of, a lot of deli workers, a lot, listen, and women entertainers, if you will, all types of entertainment, public entertainment, private entertainment. Don't forget, I'm a cabbie. It's very eclectic, but it's going to be a good time.
And when does it start, by the way?
January 13th is launch night.
Wow. So you have been planning. You have kept a secret.
Oh, yeah. Man. I deserve a medal for this. Like, dude, you have no idea. Like, you want to laugh? Okay. When they told me, it was the day before we did the Stanley Theater.
Wow.
So when we did the Stanley Theater at the Q&A, the very first question of the Q&A, someone goes in the front row, goes, "When are you going to get your own show?" That was the very first question.
That is so funny.
And
meanwhile, we're sitting in the green room at the Stanley, and we're asking you, and you didn't even tell us. I mean, I got to say, I don't think Davey knew, and that's a big deal.
Well, no. No, Davey didn't know, but security knew Davey might find out. They're
just
on
in case.
Standby.
Fair enough.
If Davey shows up, they've been warned. His picture's at every entrance.
Well, I got to say, television on Saturday night has been lacking humor for a long time.
Yeah, we're gonna beat up SNL pretty good.
Yeah, I love it.
And to be clear, I want them to thrive and do well because it's better for comedy if we have a lot of good comedy. But I hate that there have been shows out there that have been the face of comedy that have tanked, like Colbert, because that kind of turns people off to the idea of comedy.
Yeah.
And the truth is, when people go to TikTok for their comedy, okay, they laugh, but when they go to see those people in comedy clubs, they don't. Because there's a difference between being funny, lip syncing with your cat in your kitchen, and standing in front of 300 people and telling them actual funny jokes. You dig? So, I'm always fighting for the art form of comedy, stand-up comedy. And that's what this show is going to be a lot of. You're going to see a lot of comedians.
So I have some questions from people. Do you still have a second? I know you're probably
Yeah,
excited.
of course.
All right,
Let's go, man.
Mike says, I wonder if Jimmy will pre-record the TV show, or will this have some live elements to it?
Yes, it's going to be two things. What we're going to do, because we're going to have comedians, I'm going to be featuring comedians from around the country. So they're going to be sending us clips of their sets. So on Saturday night, like we can cut to the Funny Bone in Iowa and you come back, when you come back from commercial, we're going to be coming back to commercial from venues all over the country to showcase as many talent, much comic and talent as we can. But the rest of what I do will be live. So it's kind of a mix of everything, and it depends on the news cycle. So to give you an example, next Monday starts the primary season. So we're going to be live for the premiere. But there'll be weeks where we're on location where we'll tape 2 hours early because of time zones and stuff like that.
Yep.
But it'd be a little bit of everything. I mean, to be honest with you, I prefer it live because, as you know, it's a lot easier to get it right with no safety net.
Yes.
When you start taping stuff, that's when people start letting F-bombs fly and stuff. It's like, we can take it out,
The other part about taping stuff is listen, I know you, I'm the same way. We're all the same way. When you're taping, it's you know what? Let's do that over. By the time you're done, you're spending all this time, and the first take was probably funnier than the fifth take you ended up taking. So,
well, that's that's the problem with holding yourself to any type of decent broadcast standard. See, the thing I've got going for me.
Mike also asks, is it true Jimmy and Davey walked the red carpet for the premiere of the Iron Claw? I believe that is true.
No, he's confusing it. We walked through the lobby carpet at the Red Roof Inn. But, it's not nothing. It's not nothing.
All right. Well, listen, so the 13th, January 13th, it's coming up next week, for God's sake.
Let's go. This is not
Love
a drill.
it. We will be watching and promoting. Cannot wait. Congratulations. Well, by the way, I love the segment where you go out on the street and you were interviewing people the other night. That could be a great element of the show, too. So.
Oh, it's coming. Believe it, man. Let's go. We're not messing around over here, Keeler. But seriously, thank you for all the support. Everyone listening on IBX. This is my home station, man. So it's a big win for us. Everybody up in the 315, take a bow.
Thank you so much. Good luck. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
See you, brother.
All right. Jimmy Fallon and Andrew, that's just great news, right?
Yeah, and it's just an interesting journey for Jimmy, at least for the WIBX and the Utica realm. Obviously it was a tough loss with Rush, but I think people are really responding well to Jimmy coming into that time slot, coming up here and having a presence in Utica, and now to see him graduate to the big leagues is pretty exciting.
Yeah, and what he can make this show into, boy, I'm really excited to see where it all goes. It starts January 13th, so it'll be next week, Saturday, and Jimmy Fallon takes over on Saturday night on Fox. Pretty darn cool. Got a break. Hold on. We'll come right back. It is 8:23 at WIBX.
For a limited time at Mattress Express, qualified buyers will get 60 months to pay on any purchase $1,500 or higher with no money down. That includes all brands of mattresses in the store and massage chairs. See store for details.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code SUPPORT or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511. Morning Kick. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Hi, this is Scott Hayes.
And this is Jill Hayes from New York Sash.
You know, honey, the first time you said, never let a Windows salesperson into your home, I thought you were nuts. But you were right.
Like there was really any doubt.
Seriously, so many people have told us how nice it is to shop in our beautiful showroom, where there's never any high pressure.
Yep, and it's even nicer when we can help people save.
Like right now, buy 2 New York Sash windows and get 1 free.
We get slow during the winter, and we need to stay busy, so you get the best deal we make all year. Buy 2 windows, get 1 free.
Buy 4, get 2 free.
Buy 6 windows, get 3 free. There's no end to the savings.
And there's no need to invite a pushy salesperson into your home. Instead, stop by the New York Sash Idea and Design Center, where you can browse at your convenience.
We're open Monday through Saturday on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
These savings are only available for a limited time, so come in today. And as always,
let our family take care of your family.
Ready for a smoother, safer ride? Look to Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Tallman's and their professional staff is there for answers, advice, and quality tires at a great price. And right now, Tallman's, when you purchase 4 Summit tires, you'll get installation, mounting, and balancing absolutely free. Summit tires are great quality and your best value in Central New York. And free installation when you purchase 4 tires is an amazing deal. Don't miss out. This offer ends January 31st, 2024. Visit Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Online at TallmansTire.com.
At Mattress Express, get a queen flex head bed with adjustable base and a set of sheets for $14.99. Qualified buyers get no money down and up to 60 months to pay. A flex head bed is where each head goes up and down independently, but it's still one solid mattress. See store for details.
Good morning. WIBX 950 News Time, 8:28. We're at 33 degrees under cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. State police have released new information on the death of an Oswego County woman. Troopers say the body of 21-year-old Jordan Novak was found back on December 29th in Black Creek, which is located in the town of Mexico. An autopsy determined Novak was not the victim of a homicide. Officials are still waiting for results of toxicology tests to find out just what caused Novak to pass away. Starting today, a mask mandate will be going into effect for all Mohawk Valley Health System patients and staff. The mandate is due to the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the area. Visitors must also mask up when seeing people in places such as Wynn Hospital and Center for Rehabilitation and Continuing Care Services. There's no word just how long this mandate will be in place. Governor Hochul has unveiled a new proposal to help boost reading proficiency in schools in New York State. The Back to Basics plan is part of her upcoming State of the State address that she'll be giving next week. It calls for students to be taught the foundational tools they need to improve their reading skills. The governor says that reading is the foundation of the education system, but New York is not meeting basic reading proficiency levels. She believes that needs to change before kids fall further behind. And Buffalo Bills head coach Sean McDermott says it's likely quarterback Josh Allen will be able to play this weekend. Allen has been dealing with neck soreness after suffering a stinger in Buffalo's win over the Patriots Sunday. The Bills will take on the Miami Dolphins this Sunday, and the winner will clinch the AFC East. Buffalo has beaten Miami in 10 of the last 11 games where the two teams have faced off. WIBX 950 News Time, 8:30. Your weather forecast is according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint.
I'm Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint in the WIBX Weather Center. Today, blustery as snow showers and embedded snow squalls taper to scattered light flurries by midday. An additional inch early, then gradual clearing by afternoon. Temperatures dropping into the middle to upper 20s in the afternoon, wind chills in the teens. Tonight, clear, cold, low of 12. And tomorrow, mixed sunshine and clouds, but chilly, a high near 32. For more on your local forecast, tune to Eyewitness News at 6 on WTR. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint on WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
Right now, we're at 33 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. WIBX 950 news time is 8:30.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. This holiday season, make your home shine with elegance from Adirondack Home Furniture. Wrap yourself in comfort and create warm holiday memories with family and friends on one of their beautiful sofas or sectionals handcrafted for togetherness. When it's time to eat, Adirondack Home Furniture's dining collection will be the centerpiece of your holiday feast. Celebrate a peaceful escape this year when you gift yourself an Adirondack Home Furniture bedroom transformation from the ordinary to a sanctuary of serenity and relaxation. Handcrafted perfection. Experience the magic of the season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Visit them today and let them help you create a home that's a reflection of your impeccable taste at Adirondack Home Furniture. Horatio Street in Utica at the former Riverside Mall. Browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com. Happy holidays from Adirondack Home Furniture, where quality is not expensive, it's priceless.
Uncertainty, the unknown. These can be some of the greatest fears people face. There is a chance for a life of greater certainty that the Rome Rescue Mission provides. We call it a hand up, not a handout. The Rome Rescue Mission provides the basic necessities and the skills needed to start a new life. It starts simply with someone to talk to. Knowing that someone cares. The Rome Rescue Mission strives to meet basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing, but more importantly, provides emotional and spiritual support. The Rome Rescue Mission helps people start a new and promising life. Being in need is not a choice. Helping is. An unlimited future starts at the Rome Rescue Mission through your generous support. Make a difference and donate now. RomeMission.org. That's RomeMission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
For a limited time at Mattress Express, qualified buyers will get 60 months to pay on any purchase $1,500 or higher with no money down. That includes all brands of mattresses in the store and massage chairs. See store for details.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, we're back here, and from the basement. Gotta love the basement. And I just kind of have this feeling, Andrew, that I probably will be here tomorrow.
Get well soon. That's all I have to say. Get it out of you.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want me back in there if there's a chance that I could spread it, right?
That is correct. That is 100,000% correct.
So, anyway, I will tell you that, and maybe I should test this morning before we get off the air. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big question. I think that's still an unknown, and there are a lot of unknowns with COVID. I mean, at what point does it last? Is it still transmissible after you've tested? Are you still testing positive? Are you still contagious? I think those are still unanswered questions.
So I got to say, I was still sick yesterday. And today is my 9th day. So, I was out yesterday after the show. Just could, one of those situations where you don't want to lift your head up off the pillow. So, I had the medicine to take that's supposed to speed up the process, but it was screwing with me a little bit. I'm sensitive to certain medicines. Yeah. So I had to stop taking it, so I'm not getting the benefit of that. So it's just lingering, and I certainly sound like it is, at least in my headphones, I feel.
Well, I think you sound better than you did.
Switch gears, and I'll come back. We'll talk more with you, Andrew. Don't feel bad, but I'm going to move on.
All right, that sounds good, but I just say you do sound better than earlier in the week.
Okay, good. Yeah. Early in the week it was bad. All right, Dr. Jessica Kreigel is the Chief Scientist of Workplace Culture for Culture Partners, leading research and strategy in best practices for driving results through culture. And first of all, Dr. Kreigel, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So we're learning here, and I got to say, my wife is a big TikTok person. And interestingly, when you talk about social media today, it's for the younger generation, it's TikTok or it's, what's the other one? What do they use?
Meta.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Is Meta Twitter? Or is Facebook?
Meta's Facebook.
Yeah.
X is Twitter. And then Instagram.
Instagram is the other one. I don't know of any kids that are using Twitter, to be honest, or Facebook. Even that. Like my daughter, I asked her the other, because we're working on a project for Crime Stoppers, and she's like, why are you even including Facebook? No one my age is on Facebook. But TikTok, they are. And how helpful can TikTok be when it comes to finding a job? Here's the story. Gen Z turning to TikTok for career advice. What do you think?
Yeah, well, what's interesting is with TikTok, it's a tool in which it requires labels and hashtags. And so what now you're seeing is people labeling everyday life things. And so corporate flirting being an example, they've created this label that sounds like a walking HR violation disaster in the making. And in reality, the idea of corporate flirting is just making friends at work and being kind and genuine with people. So it's like the branding of ideas, because people aren't sure about the unspoken social norms about how to operate in the workplace. And so they're branding these ideas, putting it on TikTok. And that's where most people are getting their social advice now, who are using TikTok.
Okay, so that's where they're getting it. Is that a good idea?
I mean, is it a good idea? It is, right? It's happening. Your wife
Yeah.
is a TikTok person. People are using TikTok. I don't know what generations or, what the difference is in the generational use, but it is now the world in which we're operating. And so the question is, how do we adapt to that? I have a TikTok account. I look at it very little because it actually is fairly stressful. It's a lot of images, a lot of sounds coming at you fast, right?
I think it works for my wife because I'm attention deficit, so she's used to it already.
Right. Well, that helps, I guess.
I guess. I'm changing topics all the time. It happens all the time. So, yeah, I do find that if that's your thing, you like fast moving, you want to be able to see something for a quick 2 seconds, I don't like it, and then you flip and go to something else. And it continues to feed you. If you go down the rabbit hole of, chipmunks doing funny things on trees, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos to support that until you're sick of it.
Yeah, what ends up happening is that our consciousness becomes fragmented. It's not just TikTok and social media. It's also the notifications we get from Slack messages and text messages and phone calls and Zoom calls. And our attention is being pulled in so many directions that we lose the ability to focus. We're not going deep. We're staying shallow on a lot of these topics. And the quality of work goes down, which is really unfortunate. And that's what we have to battle.
46% of Gen Zers said TikTok influenced their choice of profession. That's pretty big. And a further 48% said it benefited their careers. That's also very interesting.
It's not all bad, right? So here's the alternate, the opposing argument to what we've been saying so far, which is you're getting more visibility and exposure into people's lives that are not in your sphere because of the sharing of information. And so you see something someone's doing, you think, wow, I never thought about that. I don't know anyone that's in that career. Maybe I should try that. And so the exposure can be positive. It's all about the way that we use it.
It's interesting. Prior to all of this, it would be newspaper, radio, maybe magazines, and I guess that's about it, where you would get opinion pieces. But on social media, and certainly TikTok in particular, it's amazing how much opinion is out there and how people will like someone, a certain personality, that is giving their opinion of a news story, and it's driving home, whether it be an agenda or an opinion. That's where people are getting their opinion pieces from today.
Yeah, there's two things that are happening. One, the pace of information sharing is speeding up exponentially, because it used to be you write a letter to the editor, it would get posted, and then you would receive the newspaper, read it. Now it's instant, right?
Yep.
And thousands of people posting every second. And then in addition to the pace increasing, you're seeing the multi-directional nature of information sharing is getting rid of hierarchies in a way that you haven't seen before. People are sharing from every level of the organizations. You're learning information about your company from social media instead of corporate communications channels. And so company leadership are able to get away with less, which could arguably be a good thing, but also misinformation is being spread much faster.
Well,
So
can I give you those numbers? 28% of Gen Zers have posted something online that's gotten them into trouble at work, and 55% have gotten into trouble for sharing misinformation from TikTok at school, work, and in their personal lives. That's a pretty big number.
It sure is. And you remember the quit talking trend where people would live quit their jobs on video on TikTok and post the video of them quitting their jobs, which then emboldened a whole nother group of people to say, well, I'm going to quit my job and do it in a dramatic and fashionable way, right? And then put it online. It's really changing the culture.
Well, that dramatic instant reaction that you get, everybody liking your video of what you did to your former employer, and then when you try to get another job, it still exists out there in the social media world.
Yeah, social media used to be about sharing information with your peers. Now it's about getting likes, which means people are sensationalizing what they're doing much more. And that goes back to where we started, which is the branding of basic ideas. They're coming up with names and labels for very simple concepts that are not to be branded. I mean, it's just the way that we are.
Yeah. Dr. Jessica Kreigel, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Happy New Year.
You too.
When do you stop, Andrew, saying Happy New Year? Should that end mid-month, end of the month? When do we pull that?
I was actually talking to some people on New Year's Day about this, and I said, well, here's to 3 months of people saying Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, because it does go on for a long time. People just keep it going.
It does, yes.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Andrew, Lance is asking a question. What happened to Jeff Manaski making an appearance on the Christmas show back on December 22nd, that last Friday of the show?
We did invite Mr. Manaski to come on the program, and he regretfully would have loved to, but was unable to. So I think whatever his new venture is was calling him in that direction, and that's what he had to do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
I did. I heard from Jeff, and he thanked us for inviting him on the show, and it said that just because of his current career, he was unable to make it on that Friday morning. So,
okay, the truth is
pretty sad. We certainly wanted him to hang out, but there's no story here. I mean, if somebody's looking like this ended badly, there is no story. I got a break. We'll come up. I have a couple of cool stories here this morning. And John Decker is coming up as well. Hold on tight. We're coming right back. It's a Thursday morning at WIBX.
You've put off getting a new bed. You really want a new bed. Let's be honest, you probably need a new bed. Kevin Fear from Mattress Express, and I have the answer for you for the new year. Any purchase in the store, $1,500 or more, qualify and sign up and get up to 60 months to pay with no money down. Don't give us a nickel. You heard me right, up to 60 months to pay, no money down. That includes our full lineup of massage chairs. And yes, it includes Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, Posh & Lavish, and more. You can get pre-qualified at mattressexpressny.com. Look for the 15-second express credit app. Stop into any store. No appointment necessary. We'd be happy to qualify you in store. And you can call 1-800-NEW-BEDS. See store for details.
Ready for a smoother, safer ride? Look to Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Tallman's and their professional staff is there for answers, advice, and quality tires at a great price. And right now, Tallman's, when you purchase 4 Summit tires, you'll get installation, mounting, and balancing absolutely free. Summit tires are great quality and your best value in Central New York. And free installation when you purchase 4 tires is an amazing deal. Don't miss out. This offer ends January 31st, 2024. Visit Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair in Utica, Yorkville, Roman Herkimer, online at TallmansTire.com. This year, give the gift of music from Big Apple Music. Locally owned and operated since 1979. A full-sized guitar is only $99. Want to go electric? Give an electric guitar and amp for just $199. Electric keyboards starting at $99. And full-size digital piano starting at $299. Big Apple has a great selection of ukuleles and guitars, including Fender, Gibson, Martin & Taylor at the guaranteed best prices. Open Sundays in December, noon till 5. Big Apple Music, Commercial Drive, New Hartford, or visit bigapplemusic.com.
Hey, I want to tell you about Collis, Fred F. Collis and Sons. Couple things here. If you'd like to have a what they call a very energy efficient heating and insulation situation, Collis will come in and do a home energy assessment on your home, and they did it for us, and actually got into the construction of the home, when it was built. They looked at the insulation, the building products that were used. And then we went all the way through, do you have a hot tub? Or do you, your light bulbs, the light bulbs that are used in the house. It's easy to have maybe one or two light bulbs that you never replace that are just drawing a ton of energy. Or maybe you have an old refrigerator that draws really badly on your energy bill and it drives it up. They go through everything and give you an assessment, and then you get to make the changes on your own. There's also opportunities. Let's say it was insulation. There are grant programs, funding available from the federal and state governments that will come in and help you. In some cases, it's low-cost insulation, heat pump installation. In some cases, no cost. It's out there, and there's help out there. Call them today and schedule an appointment. There is absolutely no obligation. 315-768-2323. 315-768-2323. FredFCollis.com is the website. Also, 2024 is here. If you're looking to possibly upgrade or downsize, maybe it's time to sell your home. Maybe you lived there for a long time and you're looking to sell. Trust the sale of your home with River Hills Properties, because they just do more. Andrew has talked about this on the radio with us. We've had Bill and Robin talking about it. They just do more. From the start all the way to the end, you are taken care of. It's like having a personal assistant. Every single time your house is shown, do you want people walking through your home without anybody there? Maybe a listing agent from another agency you don't know is walking somebody through. That's the lockbox concept. While it does seem convenient, it certainly wasn't convenient it didn't make my wife and I feel comfortable when we sold our home. We wanted a listing agent there, and River Hills provided that for us. The only agency we could find that would do it. They do it for everybody. If you're selling a property, doesn't matter the cost of that property, doesn't matter the selling price, your listing agent will be there every step of the way. They just do more. List with River Hills Properties. They have offices in Barneville, Little Falls, and Utica. Online, it's riverhillspropertiesllc.com. Call 315-896-1009. Nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Okay, good morning. So how's everything back in the studio, Andrew?
Things are good. It's not freezing, because one thing I will say that I've taken advantage of, and Smitty's nodding his head, is you like to run it a little cool in the studio, so I'm enjoying some warmth here as you're in the basement.
Well, when you have things warm and stuffy like you like it, you feel groggy. You don't feel like I like cool and crisp. It keeps you awake.
Yeah. Well, that's true. There is truth to that, but I'm staying awake just fine here. So.
Okay. All right. Okay. A couple things. Let's see here. I'm not sure on John Decker, by the way. I believe we have him, but he knows to call me if it all works out. Let's see if I've heard back from him here this morning. A lot of people today that we normally have are possibly on vacation right now. Can I do a couple of stories that I find interesting?
Shoot.
Did you see this story out of, I don't even know where it is. This is a story about a Burger King cook who was a cook at Burger King for 27 years.
Wow.
It's in Nevada. That's where it is. A Burger King employee in Nevada in the news after it was announced that he never missed a single day of work in 27 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Just think of the amount of viruses he spread through the burgers.
Well, the broiler really helps to cure any disease. It kills every germ that there is. So there you go.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Anyway, he never missed a day, and his employer gave him an award. And what do you think he would get after 27 years of service and never once missing a day?
Free Whoppers for life.
He didn't even get that. He got they gave him some T-shirts.
Oh, my gosh.
And like a Burger King sweatshirt.
Jeez. Yeah, thanks a lot.
So that was announced and people were up in arms on social media. In fact, somebody decided, you know what, screw this. Let's start a GoFundMe page and give him a real reward for 27 years of never missing a single day. Since then, the GoFundMe page went up. How much money do you think they raised for this guy?
Oh, God. I want to say it's six figures. It's got to be like $100,000.
They raised $450,000 for this guy.
Gosh.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
I mean, I think we got to come up with a really good sob story about ourselves.
I know, right? Well, we're in radio. What bigger sob story is it than there?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Anyway, here's Kevin Ford giving people a quick tour of his new home, which he bought with the $450,000. A quick tour of his new home and talking about how blessed he feels to now come home and own his own home. Here we go.
Something I never thought would be possible for me, home ownership. Now, my kids and my grandkids have some place to come visit me.
I don't know what in the hell he just said. Did you understand that?
He's just so excited. He's just so happy.
Oh, I'm getting a call.
It's probably John Decker.
It is John.
Yeah.
I kind of like that sound.
Let
me answer. Hold on here. I got to move this around, change this up. Let me switch gears and head right on over to John Decker, Chief White House Correspondent with Gray TV, who's standing by on the line right now. John, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bill. Hope you're doing well today. Happy New Year. Good to talk with you today, and I hope you have a great 2024.
I hope the same for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I got to ask you, John, aren't you a little bit nervous about 2024?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm excited for 2024 in terms of all of the interesting news stories that will come out of 2024. All of it will be unprecedented, and to me, that's an exciting thing for a reporter. So I look forward to this year. And it's going to be a fascinating year. I think that's another way to describe it.
I got to say that this reminds me of a time I was driving up when I was working in Providence. I was driving up from New York to Providence, and I was in one of these tiny little planes, and we're coming up the coast, and there's a snowstorm and the high winds, and we're blowing all over the place. I thought, John, we were going to die. And I'm sitting with a pilot who was catching a ride up to Providence, and he was sitting there reading a book with no worry whatsoever. He looked at me and said, "Don't worry, everything's going to be okay." And this coming from you is the same feeling I had back then with that pilot. I want you to know that.
Well, I don't know if that's an apt analogy. Maybe it is. You know, a storm is brewing. Maybe that's right. But to me, we've got a great country, and our country can handle any outcome as it relates to the 2024 election, whether it's Joe Biden being reelected or whether it's Donald Trump winning back the White House. And I think that it's going to be fascinating to see the way the American public views this election, if it indeed is a rematch in 2024.
I hope you're absolutely right. And so far, you're a great predictor. Every time you predict something, it comes true. So I wanted to ask you, I believe it was yesterday, I was watching the nightly news, and a reporter, just so happened to be you, asked President Biden about the border, and he responded to your question. Give me the money, I think was his response.
Yeah, so what happened here is the president on Tuesday night, 10 o'clock at night, was coming back to the White House from his vacation. Marine One lands on the south lawn of the White House. And I was there for the arrival of Marine One. He and the First Lady walked from Marine One into the residence at the White House. And as they're walking from the helicopter to the residence, I asked the president what he's going to do about the crisis at the border. And he said, we've got to do something. But then he put the onus on Republicans. He said they ought to give me the money so I can protect the border. So that is what we've heard coming from the White House. That's their line that they've been delivering all this week with the House Speaker and about 60 House Republicans going to Eagle Pass, Texas, a border town, to demonstrate, there is a major problem as it relates to U.S. immigration policy, and something needs to be done about it.
So I find, my take on the border, and I'd like your opinion on this, is that, this obviously things have to change. The rules have to change. The legislation has to be created. There has to be changes. And both parties have responsibility here. And neither one wants to allow the other one to look good. So ultimately, this is what we get. That's my take. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I think it's a good take, in the sense that there has been an inability to reach a compromise on immigration over the last few decades. Now, at the end of 2023, there was a joint statement put out by the leaders of the Senate, Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer. You don't see joint statements being issued that often. And this joint statement indicated that progress is being made as it relates to a bill that would provide more funding for Ukraine, more funding for Israel, and also increased funding for border security and also immigration changes. That's what's being discussed. Congress comes back next week. We'll see if they can hammer out a deal, hammer out a compromise, get it through the Senate, get it through the House, which will be difficult, and then ultimately get it to President Biden's desk for a signature. I have some optimism that the Senate can work out a deal, but we'll see what happens on the House side.
President Trump receiving actually a bit of a victory with the Supreme Court over the last 24 hours.
Well, what the Trump lawyers have done is they filed an appeal from that decision by the Colorado Supreme Court to remove Trump's name from the primary ballot. Also would impact the general election as well. We'll see whether the Supreme Court takes up this case. I think they will. I think they have to, given the fact that both in Maine and Colorado, Trump's name has been removed. And the Supreme Court needs to give some clarity as to whether or not this is permissible, whether this is constitutional. So I would expect the Supreme Court to take up this case and to relatively quickly deliver a ruling on this particular matter, and do so because you have Maine and Colorado. Both of those states have their primaries on March the 5th, Super Tuesday. So that's the reason why they need to rule on this pretty quickly.
And the victory that I'm speaking of is it seems like the Supreme Court will not move quickly on the issue of whether or not there's a presidential immunity that President Trump has. In terms of the special prosecutor from moving forward. I believe the Supreme Court decided not to act on that quickly.
Well, that's right. But I think that what was missed in some of that reporting is that the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals will make a decision on this quickly. In fact, there will be a hearing in the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals on Tuesday of next week, January 9th. And once they make a ruling there, whoever loses at that stage will appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. So the U.S. Supreme Court will ultimately, I think, rule on this. And I think they'll do so also very quickly, given the fact that we have a presidential election upon us.
So, John, that's why I like having you on, especially with your legal background. You read a story, it sends you in a certain direction, which turns out to be the wrong direction, and you clear it up. I love it.
Right. Well, I do my best, Bill. But to me, I'll be in the courtroom for that hearing on Tuesday. We can obviously talk about it next Thursday as well. But I think that the former president's going to lose on his claim that a president is immune from all of the acts that he takes as president. We are ruled in this country by a president, not by a king. And I think that that point will be made clear by the judges that sit on the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals.
As always, John, we appreciate it. We'll do it next week. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bill. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You do the same. WIBX, Utica, Rome. It's 9 o'clock.
The U.S. retaliates again in the Middle East. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, taking out another Iran-backed militia leader.
The airstrike targeted the logistics HQ of an Iran-backed security force in the Iraqi capital, Baghdad. Groups linked to Iran have been blamed for well over 100 attempted attacks on U.S. forces in the past 3 months. The strike killed 2 people, including a high-ranking commander.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Iran is warning it'll retaliate for yesterday's bombings that killed 84 people during a ceremony honoring the late general the U.S. took out in a drone strike 4 years ago. In these bombings, State Department spokesman Matthew Miller says
the United States was not involved in any way, and any suggestion to the contrary is ridiculous.
He also says Israel was not involved.